of the NDC's presidential and parliamentary primaries. And of course, this morning we take a look at what to expect as far as the internal elections of the NDC is concerned. If you recall, the reorganization of the party to try as much as possible to wrestle power from the current NPP administration began some months ago, where they held several elections right from the branch level through to the constituency level to the regional. And of course, latter part of last year saw the NDC party go to Congress to elect national executive. So it is time for the party to actually elect the people who represent them as far as the general election is concerned. Who becomes the next flag bearer for the NDC? And also we zoom later into the various parliamentary candidates as well. Take a look at some of the hot spots and what to expect as far as this election is concerned. My name is Randy Ahaji. On the show this morning, we'll be having a series of seasoned guests who will help us digest the various issues that will come up this morning. But of course, let me run you through some of the things that we might be taking a look at this morning. Bear in mind that the delegate list has been submitted to all the candidates as well. So the NDC is expecting some 356,624 delegates to cast their votes in today's elections, and of course 739 aspirants contesting the various parliamentary seats across the length and breadth of the nation. And also the presidential elections shall take place in 275 constituencies plus the party headquarters. That's a bit of information you need to look out for. No election in some 16 constituencies. Why? We'll find out this morning on the show as well. And some 44 MPs are going unopposed. We'll zoom into that as well. And what does that really mean for the party heading into the general elections come 2024? We take a look at that as well. And then in Menchia South, there is a particular issue there where we are made to understand that Menchia South in the Ashanti region, they are actually going for just the presidential election and not the parliamentary. We find out why that is also happening. So basically, these are some of the things we'll be taking a look at and zoom into some of the hot spots, as I mentioned earlier. We'll be speaking to some reporters across the various constituencies as well. Once again, welcome to Wezo TV's special coverage of the NDC's presidential and parliamentary primaries. Let's take a break. When we come back, we get into the discussion. Stay with me.
Your flight is ready to leave.
Sit back and relax and enjoy the flight.
Everything they're doing online is being watched, is being tracked. Every single action you take is carefully monitored and recorded.
America is under attack.
Keep moving! Keep moving! Planes go up, planes go down. What planes don't do is just vanish off the face of the earth.
It is a mystery.
There was no higher mission than finding Osama bin Laden.
How has this been going on for so long, and no one is talking about this?
When a father's quizzing his son on a great big man of the game, hopefully Shaquille O'Neal's name will be in the answer.
Who going harder than me? Nobody.
Gentlemen, I've got some bad news and some good news. Okay, the bad news is that your chances of getting prostate cancer are now just 7 to 1. In fact, prostate cancer is killing one man every single hour of the day in this country. Imagine that, one every hour of the day. But the good news is, we're forming a team to stop that clock. Men United. It's time men united together to fight prostate cancer, the way women have united against breast cancer. We need to get together and find a cure, as well as better ways to care for the 250,000 prostate cancer sufferers out there. Please, get on side and join us in the fight. Men United versus prostate cancer. We can win this.
Embarrassed. Too embarrassed to speak to a loved one. Too embarrassed to speak to your doctor.
Too embarrassed. When in our lifetime, 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer.
Let me repeat that. 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer disease.
1 in 12. That could be your dad, even your older brother, uncle, or grandfather.
You need to make sure they are not embarrassed to speak to you or their doctor about it.
Hey, Dad, have you had your prostate checked out? See? How hard is that? It's easy. Just start the conversation.
Prostate cancer is survivable if caught and treated early enough.
Don't let embarrassment stop you having this important conversation.
You may save someone's life.
Not just your own.
The largest opposition party, the National Democratic Congress, as part of its reorganization processes towards the 2024 general election, is set to head to the polls on the 13th of May 2023 to elect a flag bearer who will lead the party into the next general election as the party targets to wrestle power from the current MPP government. The internal elections will also see the various constituencies electing new parliamentary candidates. If you recall, some months ago, the party General Secretary, Fifi Fiavi Kwete, announced the timetable and the guidelines for the presidential and parliamentary primaries. Mr. Kwete explained that an electoral college will be constituted by the party to elect the flag bearer. The college, he said, will comprise of executive members of the party from the branch to the national level.
We are going to have an electoral college for the election of the presidential candidate, and this shall consist of the following. 1, every branch executive committee member elected and co-opted. Every constituency executive committee member elected and co-opted. Every regional executive committee member elected and co-opted.
Members of the NDC parliamentary group, former MPs who are members of the party, former presidential staffers, former members of the Council of State who are members of the NDC, and former ambassadors who are also members of the party. On Wezo TV report, we zoom into one of the main candidates seeking the mandate of the delegates to lead the party into 2024, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. A team of regional party chairmen led by Professor Joshua Alabi, who actually contested John Dramani Mahama during the 2019 primaries, on Wednesday, February 22, picked up the nomination form for His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Then a campaign launch was held on Thursday, March 2 in the Volta regional capital, Ho, the heartbeat of the NDC, where several top party gurus, including members of the Volta caucus, were in attendance. An occasion where he told party folks of his intentions and reasons why he thinks he will be the best candidate to lead the party into the general election.
My brothers and sisters, I am John Dramani Mahama, your proven servant leader, and I ask you to bless me massively with your trust and your votes on May 13th and subsequently on 7th December 2024. And I pledge to you that I will return your generosity and your blessings with the hard work in the presidency of Ghana. Ghana needs experience and not experiments. Ghana needs a leader who will hit the ground running on 7th January 2025. Ghana used to be the shining light on the continent of Africa, and I'm of the strongest conviction that we can attain those heights again. I believe it, and we will lead by example.
The campaign was duly launched and had commenced. Meanwhile, back in Accra, members from the grassroots and other key bigwigs of the party, including former Deputy Chief of Staff, Dr. Valerie Sawyer, Honorable Agnes Namomo Lati, MP for Krowo constituency, Honorable Alfred Oku-Vanderpoy, MP for Ablekuma South constituency, led by Professor Joshua Alabi, successfully filed the nomination on behalf of John Dramani Mahama. Then there came vetting on Monday, 27th March 2023, which he successfully went through. After his vetting, he had the opportunity to speak to the teeming party faithful who thronged to the party's national headquarters to show their support.
We all know the situation we have in our dear country, Ghana. It needs all of us to step up to the plate and try to rescue this country and put it back on its feet.
His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, according to some party stalwarts, is the presumptive candidate and thus has gotten several endorsements from MPs and former appointees, including Mr. Sylvester Mensah, who contested the same slot in the last primaries.
We've never had someone who have had a one-term experience going back to reflect. So he comes with a lot of reflection and circumspection. He comes with a lot more vigor, having been back in opposition for 8 years. And we all know that he is a transformational leader, and he certainly has reflected. This would provide us with a leader who would not only hit the ground running, but run in the right direction.
Many have described his campaign as a clean and issue-based campaign, so far devoid of insults and attacks on opponents. He has been touring the various regions and constituencies, meeting with party delegates. He has covered over 12,000 kilometers, visited over 250 constituencies, and met over 337,530 delegates, and is expected to cover all before the elections. Exactly what has been his message so far.
This is the time for experience. You hear experience, nipa wa ye bida. Ye hu ne nsa no adwuma. Na nyame adom so. Experience ye nton wo store mu. Experience ye nsua wo school mu. Eye adwuma wa ye enya hu animde. Nyame adom so. Experience there, ye ka say experience. Na o ka say wo yi politician e wo Ghana ha or what experience ah. Enye sebi. Enye sebi. Empreduasa. Meti mi abom mi amakoko. Aka say there's no challenger.
He has thus far extended the campaign beyond the primaries and has spoken severally about the next NDC government in 2025 and what he will do when he wins power.
I am set and ready, very ready, to build the Ghana we want together with you. Our mission as the NDC is to get out of the current nightmare and to get out of it together, reaching to one another listening to one another, and providing hope for all Ghanaians.
This shows clearly that he is thinking beyond the 13th May elections and has his eyes on the 2024 general elections. His focus seems to be on the percentage with which he will win. Hence, he has been requesting that the delegates give him a 99.9% endorsement, a call he has stated will show the NPP and the other parties how united they are for victory come 2024.
We are communal labor. Obi answer na yentu aba. Emma John Dramani Mahama. Executive ni nyina yentu aba no. Emfa my papa John Dramani Mahama. No nya 100%.
Go for JM.
I am for JM.
Vote for John Dramani Mahama. He's the man to do better for Ghana. Mahama for all.
Biara obi biara wono. Ya be sori waka. Na ya kwa to aba no in numbers.
Yempe 50%, 60%. Ye pese moto. Emo nya more than 90%. Ni ehu se ampa. Aye biafo ono no. Ono na oni madwumaye.
In 2019, there were 7 candidates and John Mahama won with 95.23%. This time around, there are 3 candidates. It's 99.99% possible. Let's see how things pan out as the NDC decides. Randy Ahaji, Wezo TV reports. So many thanks for still staying with us here on Wezo TV. If you are just tuning in, my name is Randy Ahaji, and as I indicated earlier, this is the special coverage of the NDC's presidential and parliamentary elections. Our voting has actually started across the length and breadth of the country, the 275 constituencies. But bear in mind that in Mensah South, in the Ashanti region, they are actually voting for just the presidential slot. The parliamentary, we understand some cases need to be addressed before they can go on with their elections. But joining me in studio is a youth activist and a member of the NDC, Bridget Boni. She will help us digest and then find out the importance of this particular election. We'll be joined on phone also by Wisdom, who will give us updates as to where exactly he is with the elections. Bridget?
Hi, Randy.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, mon ami.
So you could actually go ahead by saying ça va.
Oh, you want me to say it that way?
Yeah, then I can respond. Ça va très bien. Et toi?
Ça va bien.
Are you good with French?
I am not, but the one I can use to
is better.
You.
How are you doing?
I am super fantastic.
What does this election mean to the NDC, especially the youth wing?
It means a lot to us because we have a lot of young people in the race, and that represents hope. There are a lot of young people who join the NDC because of this, because the NDC gives young people platform to showcase what they have to offer. So it gives us hope. There are a lot of young people.
How different is this election from the 2019 and then the 2015 and even the previous ones that were held?
Okay, so for this particular one, my interest is in the young people and then the flag bearer.
Yeah.
I was not expecting anybody to contest His Excellency John Dramani.
No, but your party is a democratic party, so definitely people should be allowed to contest.
I said same thing and somebody told me, but you don't believe in democracy. I do. I do, but it's obvious the man is the only one capable at the moment to help us. He's the only one that can help us.
You've tried and tested him in the past.
Yes. So he has experience. Why would you?
No, so that comes with the question that why don't you rather give the chance to somebody else with fresh ideas to
who
lead the
has
party?
no experience? You can
What is
have,
experience?
You can have an idea. Okay, so
where does experience start from?
When I walked into the studio, I need to look for where to sit.
Yeah.
I can't navigate around this place because I don't know this place. I'm not familiar with this place. But you are. You just came to sit down.
Yeah.
You are familiar. So wait, it would take me a while to navigate my way around. I'm wasting time.
But it doesn't take away the fact that you can still do the job.
No, it's not about
it's your first time, but you can still discharge.
I'm not talking about the fact that people cannot do the job. Everybody, even me, if they give me the opportunity, I'm sure I can do something. But the time it would take me to find my way around, I would have wasted like a whole year. But the person knows where this is, where that is. He's established some connections already. I mean, he knows what he's about.
So you were surprised that people actually picked nomination forms to contest the presidential slot?
I was shocked. I don't know. Maybe they have other motives, not to win.
Yeah.
But maybe they have something else they want to achieve with that, not necessarily to win.
I'll come back and ask you what you make of the injunction that was placed on the election, 72 hours to the election itself, and finally the court cleared for the election to be held, and also the issue about withdrawal from the same Dr. Dufo as well. But let's get onto the phone lines and speak with Wisdom, who is on the grounds. Wisdom, if you can hear me, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, Andy, and I'm very well.
How has your week been?
It's been an amazing one.
Great.
And we're looking forward to a great day.
Tell me where exactly you are located this morning.
So I'm currently at the forecourt of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, where the Polyclotting constituency election is being held. Now, if you come here, Zaneto Ajima Rawlings, MP for the constituency, just walked in, and she was mobbed by the constituents who believe that, in fact, there is no other candidate better placed to lead the NDC in this constituency than Zaneto Ajima Rawlings. And the campaign message is simple, that he was #1 on the parliamentary ballot paper, and so is John at the constituency of Polyclotting, and that's the message they're sending out. So when Zaneto walked in, he was mobbed by the rank and file of the delegates who, didn't want even her to walk away, because definitely she did have to do a lot of work to say what they are saying. But aside Zaneto, there is also Nakai Lamte, who is also seeking to unseat Zaneto, the surviving daughter of late MP David Lamte, who was very parliamentary candidate for this constituency. There's also John Foreman, who is also speaking. So it's two women against John Foreman, but then the delegates are saying that it will be a Zaneto day, but then we hope to see how that will go. In all, we are looking at 2,022 delegates. 2,022 delegates
in that particular constituency.
Exactly. For the Polyclotting constituency, 2,200. 2,022 delegates voting here. Now, if you look at the Polyclotting constituency, it's one constituency that will say it's in the heart of Accra. If one look at the constituency that's in the heartbeat of Accra, it is the Polyclotting constituency, which is sharing borders with Ladadi Kotoko on the southern sector. If you go to the northern part of the constituency, that is Odododo, and then the eastern is Ayawaso Central, and the western part of this constituency, you have Ayawaso East. And these are the numbers we are hoping that all 2,022 delegates will cast their vote here. Now, in terms of security arrangements, the police personnel you see here are not people you say are new recruits. Ordinarily, you see this fresh recruits with baby faces, I should say, manning affairs of elections. But these are senior officers who are well vet, who are well experienced in terms of election management, and these are the people who are manning affairs here at the constituency. Voting started a little after 8 a.m. and as we speak, we have over 70 people out of the 2,022 cast their ballots already.
All right, so wait, let me come in quickly before you go on with the update. I mean, what actually caused the delay in voting? Because with the time frame, elections or voting was supposed to start somewhere around 7 a.m.
Now, what happened was that voting was supposed to start at 7. By 6:30 when we got here, the electoral material had arrived, agents were ready, everything was set. And so clearly it was baffling my mind as to why voting a bit delayed, because the agents at the time were all also present. But let me not take the wind out of the sea. I have Asale, who is the constituency organizer
Okay.
and the constituency communications officer for College Clothing. He's also part of the elections. They've been following very keenly. Maybe the best person to answer for me this question. So, actually, what really caused that delay?
Yeah, actually, in the morning, like I said, the delay was due to all agents present making sure and insisting that all voting materials are accurate and
Hello, Wisdom.
All right, so quite unfortunately, we lost Wisdom on the line. We will try as much as possible to re-establish contact with Wisdom Hede Jome, who is on the ground speaking to us about what he has seen so far. I understand Wisdom is back on the phone lines. Wisdom, we lost you earlier. Can you hear me now?
Randy, I'm with you. So, like, actually, as Ali was saying, he was talking about the delegates or the agents seeking to ensure that everything is accurate. I'll allow him to continue what exactly.
Yes, as I was saying, just to ensure that all the equipment or the amenities or the election materials that will be used are adequate, so that there wouldn't be any infringement in the course of voting. And after they have done all their checks and everything, voting started successfully, and it continued, and up to now, he can attest to it that people are poised, they are in their lines, and they are ready to vote to ensure that everything is in the right direction.
Are we closing on time? So we've delayed for just about an hour.
Looking at it, you know, the original polling polls were 2, but we added 2 to it, making it 4, just to ensure that we'll finish voting in time, so that at least at the end of the day, at most by 5:36, we should be leaving this place, and then the winner will continue to be leading and preparing for 2024.
I know most of the delegates are watching Wisdom TV as we speak. In terms of the demarcation, which group are taking the polling station A and then the B, so that if they come, you don't have to go through.
We have this side for the Osu sector, the first line, which is the first line when you get into the entrance, and at the far end, going to Sudu area is for the Adabraka sector, and everything is going on gradually and successfully.
Okay. Thank you very much. Actually, he is the constituency communications officer. I have another lady with me. Good morning.
Good morning.
And welcome to Wisdom TV. So, I mean, you voted already?
Yes, I have.
Is your candidate winning?
Oh, yes, very sure.
You care to tell us who your candidate is?
No.
Oh, why? I mean, you voted already.
No, it's my secret. Your secret is your power.
Of course, then it's your vote. Now,
yeah, so
you cast your vote already.
Why? No, I'm not saying that out. I'm not.
But is Annette winning for you?
Maybe.
Is it now?
Maybe.
Is it Coleman?
Maybe.
You are shy who you are voting for.
Trying.
So tell me who you
know, politics is a whole lot of twisted things, so you can't just come out and say something. You understand?
All right. So, Brandy, you heard she doesn't want to say who her candidate actually is. I have another gentleman with me. You're going to cast your ballot. How prepared are you? And how happy are you to see your candidate winning?
Well,
All right, so Wisdom has dropped off the line. We'll still try to re-establish contact with Wisdom Hede Jome so he can actually wind up for us on that particular conversation. But here in studio, Bridget is still here. Bridget, so you had Wisdom earlier.
Yes,
I mean, the incumbents seem to be enjoying some level of enthusiasm around her. People feel that she still needs to go for another term.
Yes, if people feel she has to go for another team, I'm not there. I'm not in her position.
But do you feel that, I mean, she has what it takes?
I can't be feeling. Elections is not about feeling.
She's been there for some time now. What difference has she brought on board?
If the delegates are okay with her, if I can talk about JM because on a larger scale, I have seen what he's done. But
Don't be like the lady Wisdom spoke with few minutes
She said
ago.
your secret is your power. I'm sure she's in both camps or in many camps, so she doesn't want.
But this is when the delegates get so confused.
She doesn't.
I spoke to a couple of them last night, and they still couldn't decide on who to vote for. That's, I mean, the
No,
point.
I don't think they can decide. I'm sure they've already decided, but because delegates,
Yeah, I agree to a
So
large
they
extent.
can't-
But the point I want to make is that does it look like perhaps the NDC is not producing, some great delegates? Not delegates, candidates.
that people get confused
Exactly.
choosing who and who.
Because from what I gathered in Ho Central, 7 aspirants are contesting, and as at last night, they couldn't decide on who exactly they were going in for.
I don't think. Okay, I don't know, but I don't think it's because of the candidates. We all know what happens during elections. If you know I'm supporting A, you might probably not give me whatever you are giving to delegates. So you let me hold on to who I'm voting for, who I've decided on. And then when I receive whatever it is you are giving to, when they win, you will see who is supporting who. Everybody will come up for their candidates.
Fear delegates, somebody would say. Well, so let me just go through some of the data that we have gathered this morning so you can actually follow the conversation as far as it goes with regards to the parliamentary and presidential primaries of the NDC. Let's take a look at the region and number of constituencies that are expected to vote. Bear in mind, I earlier stated that Menchia South in the Ashanti region are just voting for the presidential slot and not parliamentary. So we stick in the Ashanti region. They have 47 constituencies, and then out of that, we are expecting to have some 108 candidates, including 15 females. So 105 candidates have filed to contest in the Ashanti region. Out of that, we have 15 who are women. Bridget, do you think that women empowerment, the NDC takes pride in that as well?
Of course.
If you're having about 105 candidates and 15 are women.
We are making progress.
Gradually.
Yes,
But I feel that it's been long overdue. More than 30 years, women should take center stage. We should have more numbers than 15.
There was a time where we didn't have any.
Yeah.
And we have 15.
15.
Are we not making progress?
And that is the
I'm
Ashanti
sure a
region.
time is coming where we would have more than the men. It's a gradual process. We'll get there. Or you think we are not making any progress?
We are.
making
I think
progress.
gradually we are. Anyway, but I am just thinking that maybe, many women should take center stage.
We will.
We have women who are doing it back though, at the lower levels. But how about the limelight, the national
We are
level?
still climbing.
I
There are
know
more
it.
of us coming up.
Okay. Well, so in the Ashanti region, again, we know that 7 candidates are going unopposed. 7 of the candidates are going unopposed in the various constituencies. The Ejura Setre Dumasi has the highest number of candidates, 5. They are contesting in that particular constituency. And then you go to the Asawase. It's actually a hot seat. Trust me, Asawase is a hot seat when it comes to the election for the NDC in the Ashanti region. Prior to this whole reorganization process, you saw what happened in that particular constituency. Bridget, I'll find out again. Do you think that there is a change, a wind of change in the Asawase constituency? You saw what happened. There was even protests to a point that people had to go to court and all of that.
I won't say I see a wind of change. I'm going to be like the lady who said her secret is a power. So I think, looking at what I see on TV, there could be, because the noise all over the place is massive.
Okay.
So there could likely be, I don't know, but I can't tell.
One thing that it's something to look out for is the fact that NDC has made inroads in the NPP stronghold, that is Ashanti region.
Yeah.
If you compare that to the Volta region, they have just gotten 1 seat out of the 18. I don't know if this time around the NDC will break more than what they have already. But let's go back onto the screens now. Let me display to you the unopposed candidates who are in this particular contest. So on the screens you have, but if you go to the voter region, Ho Central to be specific, where the the incumbent Honorable Benjamin Komlak-Bodo, he is actually not seeking re-election as well. That's just by the way for you to know the information. If we can have the that on the screen quickly, so we can go through that as well. The unopposed candidates in the various constituencies who are in the race as well. So, for instance, we know it's still in the voter region. Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa is also going unopposed. I mean, the people feel that, the delegates feel that he's done what he has to do, and he has done much more. So, in the North Tongue constituency, for instance, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa is going unopposed as far as the parliamentary constituency is concerned. Okay, so that is it. I mean, Bridget, so take a look at it. He has been in the limelight quite recently. Some describe him from moving from presidential jet to cathedral. Interestingly, he's been in the limelight, he's speaking big. Are you surprised that he's going unopposed?
No, I'm not surprised.
Just like you predicted, I mean, you said for JM.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. Who will be surprised? I mean, when you're working...
No, but you should give the room. For me, that's what I'm saying. You should give room to the, fresh ideas.
Has anybody come up? Has anybody decided to come up?
Maybe perhaps out of fear.
Fear of what? Then the person is not ready.
Anyway.
Because if the person is ready, I'm sure he will come up.
So that is actually Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa in the North Tongue constituency. He is going unopposed. If we can have the next, like I did mention earlier, in Ho Central, for instance, Benjamin Bodo is not seeking re-election. He has decided to just step down and give the room to other people to
maybe a time will come
well.
when he also decide to step.
Could it be old age? I mean,
no. I mean, he has. I'm
not talking about this. I'm talking about Benjamin.
Okay, I'm sure he has seen it all.
Or he's had it all. He's seen it all.
So
and interestingly, in that particular constituency, they have about 7 new people who are contesting. Out of that, I mean, there have been some people who contested in the previous primaries. You can mention what's his name, Potosu, Eden Potosu. He contested in the previous primaries, and then of course he's coming back again. There is also Stanley Glate, who also contested some time back. He's back in the race as well. But the new faces, we have the likes of Dr. Robert Doe. We also have a lawyer, Selom D, and a few others who are in that particular race as well. But that is it with the North Tongue constituency. And again, let's zoom down more into the other unopposed candidates. Isaac J. Mensah, he is in Wassa East constituency. I don't know if you've heard much about him anyway, but if he's going unopposed, then it means that the guy has done something great. But what do delegates actually look out for when it comes to this time? Is it the highest bidder? Because I understand definitely, I mean, you know.
That could be a factor. But aside the highest bidder, if people are going unopposed, then it means that they are probably doing something right. And other MPs should go and ask them what they're doing right. If he is going, I haven't really heard much about him, but for him to go unopposed, it means he's doing some good job there.
Great. So you go to the Wassa East constituency, you have Isaac J. Mensah. I don't know, but I stand to be corrected. I hardly hear about him in Parliament.
Myself,
but somebody will tell you that the job is actually not in the chambers.
The job is in the chambers.
Is it the chambers? How about the grounds? When you go to
member of parliament.
If you go and speak big grammar.
It's not about speaking big
grammar. And then the people don't feel the development
measure work of
to make laws.
So your actual job.
I agree. But again, you bring laws and some of them don't even say a word. Is that a job?
No, but that is what you're supposed to do. The fact that you don't do your job, what you're supposed to do, does not mean that it's not your job. That is what you're supposed to do. But doing the grounds work is also matters because that's where you get your.
For me, I'd rather go for the grounds work than the.
Because you want to get the vote.
Yes, of course. But what else do you care for?
Okay,
you
so
should be worried about the next vote.
You're supposed to get votes to go and make laws for me. I'll give you the votes, and then you don't go and make any laws for me. So what is your use?
Which one is a priority, Bridget?
To who? Is it the
you,
delegate?
Okay, so I'm pointing this out to you. I put it to you.
That.
Which one is your priority?
I need to get
what
the
would you
votes
look
to
out
go
for?
into parliament. If I'm an MP, I'll look for the votes actually because I need the votes to get there.
Yeah.
But the delegates should start questioning their MPs on making laws to help them.
Great. So that is it. I mean, it means basically what you're saying. If indeed he's going unopposed, it means that the delegates are enthused with whatever he has done so far, the 4-year tenure or mandate they have given him, he has lived up to expectation. But I am more particular about the development, even though they are not, developing their constituencies isn't a core mandate of the MPs. But you know, most of them, when they go around campaigning, these are some of the promises they give the people.
Promises.
But when I come, I'll fix the roads, I'll give you jobs. And I keep asking, what jobs?
Some actually do give jobs.
I read recently one MP keeps flying his constituents overseas. You didn't read about that?
Yeah.
No, I mean, every year he sends people out of Ghana for greener pastures. I wish my MP can also do that.
Please, which constituency?
I can't remember. I can't remember offhand, but it's there. Maybe I'll get to that particular
I'm
story
sure
anyway.
some are also doing it, but they don't probably put it out in the public.
Yeah.
Because they don't want people talking too much about it. And I'm sure there are some MPs also doing that.
Great.
Do you know something?
Tell me.
I was in Ejumako.
Okay.
I should have.
You were in my constituency.
I was. And
when?
During JM Store.
Okay.
18 plus went there to do some work. And the young people in Ejumako. Oh my heavens.
So, talking about Ejumako, that's my other constituency. My campus is there.
Okay.
So I can tell you much more about Ejumako. No two ways about that. The constituents are even projecting their incumbent, their MP, to rise through the ranks to be the vice president.
I tell you.
I wouldn't be surprised if the man on your screens now, Dr. Kesil Atoforsen of Ejumako Enyan ACM constituency, gets that particular position.
Not this time. Maybe
that's fine. That's up to the party and who becomes the flag bearer to decide. But I am telling you what the people of Ejumako are saying.
Yes.
And mind you, when he got that new appointment to lead the minority in parliament, the cheers, the applause, the fans he got in Ejumako. And you see, this is one man that has been with the basis, with the grounds. You guys call it the what?
I won't say full soldiers.
Okay, so exactly. but he has been with the people.
The masses, yes, he has.
And he knows what the people want. So it comes back to the issue I was asking earlier. What is your priority? The groundswork or the laws in parliament?
That's one of them.
So you should take a look at that as well. And this man, I am actually not surprised that he's also going unopposed.
Yeah.
Who will contest?
I don't think anybody will try. The young people there, they're like, what to force him to he helps everybody. He's like, they were just all out for him. They love him. I was surprised. I was surprised. If anybody had contested him, I'm sure the person would even get 1%.
You think so?
I think so.
Okay. Well, so there the man on the screens, he is actually going unopposed. He represents the people of Ejumako Enyan ACM constituency in the central region. And mind you, he's also the minority leader in parliament. Great brains when it comes to finances. Let's go back to the Volta region and Honorable Charles Agbeve from the Agotime Ziopi constituency. I don't know, but I don't want to say it came like a surprise that he's gone unopposed. I don't know what the people of Agotime Ziopi have to say with regards to Charles Agbeve, but he's going unopposed.
I must say, some also try their possible best to get other people out of the way.
So I'm going to ask you this. I remember a particular political party some time back protected some specific MPs from being contested against. So they mentioned the name. I wouldn't want to delve into that, but okay, for instance, this particular figure has been in parliament. He's contributed to a large extent, helping the party, making laws, developing the constituency, and what have you. So they actually disallowed other people from contesting. Is it possible that can also be the case in this NDC elections?
It could be.
It could be.
It could be.
Great. So you have Charles Agbeve, the representative of the people of Agotime Ziopi constituency in the Volta region, also going unopposed. He's a member on the Health Committee of Parliament as well.
One person I would have loved to go unopposed was
who is that?
Sam.
Who?
Sam Jatta.
Jatta?
Yes.
You wanted him to go unopposed?
I would have loved him.
His election has a different twist. Trust me. Last primaries, I think he won with just a paltry 7 votes. And this time around, the same guy who contested him in 2019 is back contesting him. But let's get back onto the phone lines again and speak with my reporter who is on the grounds as well to tell us where he has gotten to and what's happening. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Randy.
All right, Wisdom, so where have you gone to now?
So right now, as we speak, the Honorable Senator Atiman Rawlings.
You're still in that constituency?
Yes, I'm still within the constituency, and the Honorable Senator Atiman Rawlings is here. So, Honorable, what does this day mean to you?
Well, this is very significant. I think, as you know, within the party, we've been going through processes. We went through the branch elections, we did the constituency, regional, national, and this is the penultimate in terms of the inter-party elections. And we have our parliamentary and presidential today, and that is part of what the party does to prepare towards the general election next year. It's exciting.
It was significant for some of us who saw number one for you and same for JM. Does it have any connotations to you?
I mean, it's easy. You need to pick up a ballot paper, you just pick up the top one, and then you pick another ballot paper, and you pick the top one. It makes it easier. You don't have to think too far. You know what I mean?
It's very reflective at the end of the day.
You will see. You will see. I think ultimately, each one of us has one vote, but the hope is that as a collective, share a vision on what it is that will help the party move forward, what will help us retain the seats, win more seats, and win power ultimately in 2024.
Clearly, this will be a stepping stone for 2024, for clearly what lies ahead. What do we see in 2024?
Well, I think if you go by what happened here today, that will give you an indication as to what is happening. But we've already started moving on the ground. We're mobilizing and everything. So this is really more or less a formality in the process in which we are preparing for the big election.
So clearly 2024, many would say it's going to be a done deal for you.
I don't believe in such a thing as a done deal. Elections are not things to be toyed with, and there are lots of moving parts.
We lost Wisdom. We'll get back to him, but he was actually speaking with the MP there, Honorable Zaneto, and she says, this is actually a significant thing for her as far as this contest is concerned. If you're just tuning your live on Wezo TV, and of course this is the telecast of the NDC's presidential then the parliamentary primaries elections. Let's see who gets the nod to lead the party into the 2024 general elections. Mind you, a core mandate of that person is to try as much as possible to wrestle power from the NPP. But the other question also remains, is the NDC the alternative? Let's see how it pans out to be after 5 p.m., where votes will come to an end. So I think Wisdom is back on the phone lines.
Good indication that we are actually getting more people, in terms of the voters involved, because those are the ones that are floating voters. Because every party has its core supporters, but you can't win an election with your core supporters alone. And I think the increment in votes is a good indication of where we're going, and we're hoping to harness more votes as we bring more of the youth on board and get their votes for 2024.
Is there any specific thing you want to do in this regard?
I can't give my strategy away so soon. No.
I don't know, we can just wish you well. Thank you very much.
Sure. Thank you.
All right. So that was Honorable Zaneto Atiman Rawlings, who is here.
Yeah,
that's it.
Okay, so Wisdom, I'm concerned about security. You mentioned earlier, but how can you define or describe the situation as far as security is concerned in that constituency?
Right now, like I said, security is up. Everybody is up to this. Now, if you look at the individuals that have come up here for security duties, the police, I should say, these are senior officers who are well vested in terms of election experience and management. Ordinarily, you would have seen these young ones coming in, but these are officers who have experience and are on top of their game.
Great. And now again, it comes back to the issue about turnout. If we are looking at starting at 7, which actually is delayed, they should end at 5 p.m. What you can see now, does it look like that 5 p.m. will be attained?
Averagely, we are spending a little over a minute with each delegate casting their vote. So what it really means is that still voting started an hour late than the scheduled time. It tells you clearly that individuals are still ready, and there's not been any problem, there's not been any occasion, there's not been any issue whatsoever, which would say that is distracting the process. When individuals bring their Ghana card or their voters ID, whichever one they are able to produce, the election officials are able to immediately locate their names as been arranged. And it's been a smooth process so far. And so if all things being equal, and we're going to have this clear weather as it started with, and everything is going to be in place, I'm sure by the 5 p.m. later time that was set. Initially, the time set was 4 p.m., 7 to 4 p.m. And so if we want to do our computation, if we're starting here at 8, then clearly we're going to say that we'll be pegging closer at 5 p.m., which is very, very possible that it will be done from what I'm seeing. Great.
Is there any other thing you want to add to what you pick from the ground?
For now, we are waiting for the other contendants to be here. Talking about Alam Tekaj and then the Foreman to be here to see how their reception would also be. But for now, it's all Zaneto here at the focus of the Accra Metropolitan Assembly.
I was going to let you go, but you mentioned and you described to us how the delegates, have spoken about Zaneto. How about the other candidates? Do you feed whether or not their people are also on the grounds, and what have they been saying?
Well, I've been trying to reach a number of delegates, but if you ask them who is winning, then they ask you who is number one on the ballot. That's the question. When I try to ask who is winning, who is their candidate, they ask me who is number one on the ballot, and it's been like that. But then it's been an all-women affair. There is a bit of now as well, and people also saying that it could pull a surprise here, but clearly, from all indications, they are in for Zaneto Adima Rawlings. As the number of people have engaged to, have engaged with. But you cannot be sure, especially when we've had presidents of their delegates, they'll tell you something in the face, they go to the polling booth, and it's a different story. And so, clearly, on the surface, on the ground, what the conversation we are having all is Zaneto. But then we are hoping to see how the outcome will be at the end of 5 p.m.
Okay. Wisdom, I'm grateful, and I will re-establish contact with you when there is a latest development.
Right. Thank you.
All right. Great. So, there you had Wisdom as well. We didn't delve much more into it, but let's get back to the screens and take a look at the people or the candidates who are going unopposed. So you go to the Upper Dentra West constituency, for instance. Daniel Ohene-Darko is also going unopposed. You know him?
Not really. I haven't really heard much.
Yeah. But like the points we made, it means that the people are okay with him, and that's why he's actually going. Say again?
Maybe he's been able to cool off the
groundwork.
Other aspirants.
Is that possible?
It's highly possible.
You silence them?
Yeah, sometimes.
With what?
Anything you can.
Money?
Everybody have their prices.
What do you make of, monetization of our elections?
It's bad.
Really?
It's bad.
But don't you think
it's less of...
Do we blame the contestants, the aspirants?
Who do we blame?
The delegates.
Who is making
Why do you always blame the
if you don't give,
man?
They won't take.
But that is what you want as a delegate.
So that's what I'm saying. That if you don't give, the person
I am not for it, but I'm saying, and if you don't give, then you are losing your vote.
And it could be that you give, they will take, but not vote for you.
That's fine. That's a different case. But I don't know, if you do the calculation, it looks as if our elections has become the highest bidder. The more you pay, the higher your chances of winning the election. But I'm not sure we can stop it. Because just imagine going on the campaign tour. If you don't give 1 peso to the person, the next candidate comes, he is giving 2 pesos. So who do you go for? And then that notion that the delegates most of the times have is that, after all, when you go, you won't come back to us. You won't mind us again. So this is the time to milk you. I'm not surprised that we might see some delays at some various voting centers because of this particular monetization. Anyway, so that is it. Daniel Ohene-Darko, Upper Dentra West constituency. He is also going unopposed. Let's see who is next. And then Daniel Wakpal in Pandai constituency. He is also going unopposed. Interestingly, most of these names are I'm not too familiar
I know,
with.
right?
Yeah, but it means they are working. I mean, it means they are
Is
working.
that why we are not seeing them?
Yes, maybe they spend much time in the constituency more often than being in Parliament. But let's see. So it's going to be an overwhelming endorsement. But I am more particular. Then they should get 100% endorsement, basically, at the end of voting.
Obviously.
Great. And then we have Ebenezer Eko Edu, Asante Akim Central Constituency. He is also going unopposed there. And so basically, again, it tells you that he's doing the job for the people. Eric Afu from the Amenfi West Constituency is also going unopposed. Very fine gentleman. And yeah, here comes the woman.
I was waiting to see a woman.
Yeah. Yeah. I was actually thinking that you go to the Ketu South, where you have Honorable Jifar Blanco-Mashi. Yeah. She's a first timer, if I'm right. But she's,
okay.
Yeah, she went in first. I think this will be her second term if indeed she gets the nod. Yes, I'm sure about that.
Getting she will.
You think so? It looks quite trickish in that area because there is one Foga Nkunu as well, and he seems to be enjoying the buzz.
But the fact that she's a woman, she will.
Because she's a woman. So here comes Gisela Akushika. I like the. Let's go back to Gisela, please. I like the name Akushika.
You know, Jifar should have even gone unopposed.
Who? Jifar should have gone unopposed. Well, so Gisela Akushika Tete Agbotui. She's representing the people of Ewutu Senya West constituency. That's after Kaswa, heading to Winneba area there. About am I right? I don't want to lie to people, but I want to be sure. So let me stick with Ewutu Senya West constituency. Gisela is actually going unopposed. I'm not surprised at all. I think she's the woman for the people, the women empowerment, and I enjoy seeing her most of the times. I mean, doing
when the people love you, it's obvious.
Yeah. So that's Gisela for you. She's going unopposed. Let's see the next person who is also going unopposed. Another fine gentleman, Hamza Swala.
He's loved. He's loved.
Okay, so you went on a tour. I mean, some time back.
He's loved.
Have you been to his constituency?
We passed his constituency.
And he's been loved by the delegates?
Therefore, I can't tell you they are delegates, but
okay, but even the people, the people who are actually not delegates as well. And this in the Ashanti region. So, and then it tells you that this guy has done something great. Because to break through in the NPP stronghold.
And he's a young man.
And
that will tell you that the young people have a lot to offer.
But I also have a different twist to the issue about young people. Some have failed us.
Some.
Yes, so you can't say because he's a young man, so.
It's cut across. We have old men doing well.
There is a young, I mean, this particular election has too many young people contesting. What is in it for them?
It's an individual thing, we can tell, but for us who are not contesting.
Bridget, where is your constituency?
Adan.
Okay, so you have Doyu. She's contesting. There's another young lady contesting.
Yes.
Are you for Doyu or the?
Doyu happens to be my mother, so I don't think
you are going for her, hands down.
I won't leave home.
I remember I interviewed her in at the Atema Sports Stadium. She said, "Adrobian Kedem."
Adrobian Kedem.
Okay, in Kedem. Okay. All right. Hamza Swala, Menchia North constituency. He is also going unopposed. There, like Bridget said, he is loved. I mean, he's been loved by the people of Menchia North in the Ashanti region. So he's also going unopposed. It tells you what he has done so far. I'm not surprised. The next man on our screens, I'm not surprised. One thing I know about him, he's not just a lawmaker. He is for the grassroots.
As well.
I was looking for this word all throughout. Grassroots.
The grassroots one.
He even has a football club. And he brings on board people. You see, creating jobs, you don't necessarily need to go and put up a factory in your constituency to give jobs to the people.
If you can, why not?
If you can, fine. That's why I said you don't necessarily need to do that. Football is a venture. There are young people in your constituency who are looking for jobs, but they are talented. They know how to play good football. Create a team, set up a team, put the players in, and he's doing that. Aside the developmental projects.
It's not a small job.
Say again? It's not his?
I'm saying managing a team.
It's not an easy thing.
It's not an easy thing.
Yeah, I'm a team manager too.
It takes a lot. You must be a strong man.
Yeah. So, Honorable Haruna Idrisu, Tamale South constituency, no two ways. You can't take it from him. Yeah. He's done well. He's served the people of
I
Tamale.
hope he's training other young people
Exactly.
to take after him.
Exactly.
Because he's a fine brain.
Yeah. And I remember I interviewed Casey Latofosen some time back. He also mentioned that I think after this race, he might pave the way for some other young people to also. And he says he's training somebody who can just take the mantle from him. And I think that to a large extent, that's what is expected of most of these MPs who have been there 4 times, 3 times, 5 times. Charlie,
they should open up. They shouldn't even train a person. They should train people who are interested. If somebody comes up and says, I want to, and you assess the person and you think the person has the ability to do it, you
the assessment
have
is key.
Quite a number of them. Train them when it's time. They should all go.
Great.
Because if you train one person, you might be denying other people who are more capable.
Great. So, Honorable Haruna Idrisu is in the Joseph Azuma from Ekrofom constituency. Is also going unopposed. Let's see what he brings to the table in the next 4 years. But trust me, we'll be going to Bole Bamboy to pick feed from there as well. How is it going? Who has voted so far? And then we take a look at the situation over there as well. Emmanuel Ama Kofi Bua Elembele constituency is also going unopposed. The energy man.
One of the popular.
For him, I mean, we've heard of him. He's been speaking quite recently. He spoke about the power badge here and there. Of course, I'm not surprised that he's going unopposed. Yeah, it tells you a big story about him. Another fine gentleman. It looks like the NDC, you guys have fine men and fine women.
Exactly.
Yeah, as for the women there. Kwesi Amankwa Kumeu. Okay, so he's going for the. Okay, so he's going unopposed. Of course, I was mistaking this for the by-elections anyway. But this Kwesi Amankwa is going unopposed, and of course, let's see how it pans out. And then Mutala Mohammed, Tamale Central constituency, he's also going.
I'm not surprised.
You're not surprised, right? Yeah. The names, and I mean, look at it. Apart from the others that I mentioned earlier, that we don't really hear much of them. The names that are popping up, I am not too surprised with them. Mutala has been a very great industry player as far as parliament is concerned, and going unopposed is great. And to me, I feel that the party should also try and protect some of these candidates as well, so they can hold on.
It looks like there are a few who are loud in parliament, and then also on the ground, they're doing a very good job.
And there is one thing: both parties in parliament, they have this perception that, look, the more you spend in parliament, the more experience you get. So if you are taking an experienced person out of parliament and bringing in a Mino or somebody who is new to it becomes difficult, because now the person will have to learn the procedure.
So you see,
to a large extent,
you see what I was saying earlier.
I agree with you. Some way, somehow, I agree with you.
You have to agree with me.
That experience.
It is the best. When you have the experience, you're able to maneuver your way here and there.
You are just basing your conversation. I mean,
but you agree with
your topic or conversation on what.
But you agree.
Your boss has been saying. To a large extent, but.
It is what it is.
Okay, it is what it is. Mutala Mohammed, Tamale Central, he's also going unopposed. Dr. Emmanuel Kumi Ando, Ahanta West constituency, also a great man for the NDC, and this he's also going unopposed in that particular constituency. Samuel Prempe Jr., Bekwai constituency, he's also going unopposed. Samuel, great guy, and not too much ahead of him, but let's see. It means that the people are so happy and okay with what Samuel has done so far in the Kwai. Another Samuel Abuaji, Obuasi East constituency. Samuel Abuaji, he has a bright smile there.
A very bright one.
In that picture. Right. Obuasi East people want him to stay again. Shamuddin Muhammad Kamil, Old Tafo constituency, is also going unopposed in this particular contest. So for them, they can actually start popping champagne, cutting cakes, throwing parties.
Because they are going unopposed.
Yeah, I mean, what is there?
Unopposed doesn't mean people will vote yes.
No, but what is there?
It could be that they will vote no.
But you should be concerned about the percentage.
Yeah, that's
right. So for me, I'm looking up for the number of spoiled ballots, rejected ballots, and what have you. If that, I mean, outweighs something else, then there's a question mark.
Problem somewhere.
There's another fine man for the NDC. He's been very great for the party in parliament. Al Hassan Saibu Suhini representing the people of Tamale North constituency. Not surprised?
There are a few, no, I'm not surprised. There are a few of his kind who are both on ground and in parliament as well.
I mean, he does it well, combining the two.
The two.
But being an MP shouldn't be an easy thing at all.
Who says it's easy? There's nothing easy in this world.
But this particular one, because every day people are knocking on your door. Charlie Bao school.
Sometimes when you think of it, I don't think you would want to.
It's scaring me.
I heard even when someone is going to get married, they come to you for money.
Yeah.
Someone is taking a second
Someone
wife,
is going to the market. Headache. Bridget, it's a serious thing.
How do you bring development to people when you have to be paying for?
It comes back to the issue like that. What did you tell the people? What have you been telling them?
Or what
do
they know? Sometimes it's not what you say. It is what they think you are supposed to be doing. So they think when I'm going to get married, you are supposed to pay for it. You didn't tell them you will, but they think you are supposed to. So it's your responsibility.
They feel
I'm the chairman.
Right?
I'm there. So you have some money somewhere. You need to come and spend on me.
Interesting. Hassan Suhuyini is going unopposed in the Tamale North constituency.
He deserves it.
And of course, he deserves it. He's been working hard. Robert Wisdom Kujo, Prestia Huni Valley. He's also going unopposed. Honorable Robert is in there as well. It means that the people are so okay with it. Maybe that's why nobody has picked forms to contest him all throughout. So let's see the next 4 years what he has for the people of Prestia Huni Valley constituency. So basically, that's the list of the candidates who are going unopposed. And then we'll focus much more on some of the other constituencies as well. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, I'll engage Bridget more on some of the data and some of the statistics that you need to know as far as this particular election is concerned. This is Wezo TV's special coverage of the NDC's presidential and parliamentary primaries. Stay with us. We have more for you.
Your flight is ready to leave.
Sit back and relax and enjoy the flight.
Do you want a sugar-free, freshly squeezed fruit juice? Choose Greenline fruit juice and smoothies filled with vitamin C, calcium, iron, fiber, and zinc. Every drop of Greenline juice and smoothies is naturally made to give you energy, good health, and refreshment. Enjoy your favorite Greenline orange, pineapple passion, watermelon, pineapple and turmeric, pineapple beetroot, pineapple and ginger, and healthy green. Greenline fruit juice and smoothies, powered by nature.
Okay, next one. Sit down. Look to camera.
This is what it looks like to be exceptional, to stand out from the crowd, to make history. But what if women didn't have to be exceptional? What if they didn't have to be the first, the best, or the only woman? What if being a female engineer wasn't remarkable? What if women and men could compete as equals? I don't want to make history. I don't want to be the only woman. I want to be one of many.
My name is Tina. I am a person living with HIV. I got to know my HIV status after I gave birth and lost the child because of HIV. In those days, prevention of mother-to-child transmission services had low patronage due to fear and stigmatization. Today, many HIV-positive women have delivered negative children. I follow the guidelines and take my HIV medicine called ARVs every day, as prescribed by my doctor. This makes me strong and healthy, and also prevent me from passing HIV onto any future child. Please avail yourself of PMTCT services when pregnant. It is the only way to ensure you do not pass the HIV onto your baby during birth or pregnancy. If you have tested for HIV recently and it was negative, test again when pregnant to ensure baby and mother are well. Let us work together to have an HIV-free generation.
Embarrassed. Too embarrassed to speak to a loved one. Too embarrassed to speak to your doctor.
Too embarrassed. When in our lifetime, 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer.
Let me repeat that. 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer disease.
1 in 12. That could be your dad, even your older brother, uncle, or grandfather.
You need to make sure they are not embarrassed to speak to you or their doctor about it.
Hey, Dad, have you had your prostate checked out? See? How hard is that? It's easy. Just start the conversation.
Prostate cancer is survivable if caught and treated early enough.
Don't let embarrassment stop you having this important conversation.
You may save someone's life.
Not just your own.
We can be the generation that ends it for good.
Malaria must die, so millions can live.
Everything they're doing online is being watched, is being tracked. Every single action you take is carefully monitored and recorded.
America is under attack.
Keep moving! Keep moving!
Planes go up, planes go down. What planes don't do is just vanish off the face of the earth.
It is a mystery.
There was no higher mission than finding Osama bin Laden.
How has this been going on for so long? And no one is talking about this.
When a father's quizzing his son on great big men of the game, hopefully Shaquille O'Neal's name will be in the answer.
Who going harder than me? Nobody.
Only a father can understand. Only a husband can understand. Only a man can understand. Prostate cancer. It's about more than fear of cancer. It's about fear of losing urinary control and sexual function. That's why more men turn to Jackson South for robotic surgery than anywhere else in South Florida. Get the facts at jacksonprostatefacts.org. Miracles made daily.
The only man who can catch the world's worst criminals is the best criminal of all.
Well, I'm here.
I'm going to make you famous, Lizzie. How many of these cases has Reddington given to you?
He keeps us busy.
I'm so relieved when the people I'm chasing come to me.
There's two ways this ends. You come up hands raised or we come down guns raised.
What do you think? Please don't hurt me.
We're not going to hurt you. We are, however, going to lock you in the bathroom.
Gracias.
De nada.
What is the plan?
We're gonna die. He's there. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
I'm the spiritual intercontinental bulldozer.
We want to take you to Dubai.
We're behind you. Just take all of us to Dubai.
They do not call me DK Nadim Panara for nothing.
Next.
Can we go another round?
Iti bama bi enyo beso nyegene knife no agye fi twice how nko we nsemana.
Mami daka. Bema wa na nyaminti. Minya hone.
A chip of it.
The energy, the bone fear. I don't go to do the work without the pay. I will love you till the end. Yeah. Make it no shake, baby. Keep it take away. I know drop and go, but me do
You don't fear? Make you no fear.
I ain't yet to do. We run.
Watch your favorite TV show in your palm. TV on the go. Download the Weasel TV app for Android on Play Store or for iOS on the Apple Store. TV made easier. Weasel TV, we go all out for you.
Your flight is ready to leave.
Sit back and relax and enjoy the flight.
Alright, so welcome back and still thanks for still staying with us here on Weasel TV. This is the special coverage of the NDC's presidential and parliamentary elections. So let's see how it pans out to be. And of course, by 5 p.m. we should definitely know who gets to lead the various constituencies. Remember that the election is ongoing in 275 constituencies. Mensah South, we understand they have a case to deal with. Reason they are not voting this time around. They are actually voting for the presidential slot. But let's get back onto the phone lines and speak to Christopher Faraway in Chito in the Whole West constituency. So he tells us what exactly is happening in Chito. Good morning. Thank you so much for making time for us this morning. How are you doing?
Hello. Hi, how are you doing? Randy.
Okay, sorry. I think that his contact with Chris, who is far away in Chito, so he tells us what exactly is happening in that particular constituency as well. So we'll re-establish contact with him pretty shortly. But if you're just tuning in, this is Weasel TV. Bridget, let me get back to you quickly, briefly. Now, in the Whole West constituency, for instance, the man who happens to lead the voter caucus team, Honorable Emmanuel Bedra, is keenly contested by some other aspirants. You can mention the likes of Kafi Danku in there. There is a certain lawyer who is also in the race as well. But I feel that Bachira, to a large extent, has written some names. I mean, when it comes to doing the job, he's done well. Why the contest again this time around?
I thought you wanted people to contest them.
I agree, but again, like I said, I mean, some of these people should be protected.
And you still want them to be contested?
That's why I say sometimes some of them should get protected. Some of them can actually be contested, but Emmanuel Bachira
is doing a good job in
Parliament. Yeah, he's been good with the people so far.
But
you see, interestingly, in this race as well, the two names I mentioned, talking about Kafi Danku and also Lawyer Alipo, exactly, that's the name. They have contested him in the previous primaries as well.
Maybe we should get the margin and see.
Great. So
if
the best person to tell us this is Benjamin Kwashi, rather. Benjamin is far away in Whole West constituency. Benjamin, good morning.
Good morning, Randy. How are you doing?
Fine. How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you.
Is it sunny in Chito as it stands now?
Randy, your line seems a bit faint. If you could repeat that, please.
Okay, Benjamin, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, so I was asking about the weather condition in Chito.
Well, it's very sunny this morning, beautiful day. Everyone is up and about, and Chito looks good.
Great. Now let's zoom into the contest itself. What have you picked up so far? How is voting taking place?
Well, I've spoken to a couple of delegates that I've seen in queues here in Chito Awudome and then in Chito Jigbe, other places that I'm also visiting. And the feeling is an overwhelming one when it comes to the presidential race. All of them believe that President John Dramani Mahama deserves to be elected overwhelmingly as the leader of our great party, and to ensure that we are able to wrestle power from this rather inept MPP administration. We can only be able to do that with President John Dramani Mahama as our elected flag bearer. I have asked them about what they felt about the withdrawal from the race of Dr. Dufour, and also with the other aspirant, Honorable Kojo Bonsu. It seems to them that they don't know who those two are.
Okay. All right. So I think Benjamin is still on the line.
For our leader and our presidential candidate, John Dramani Mahama.
So let's get back to studio quickly, and then I'll still take you through some of the statistics quickly before we'll get back to the phone lines again and speak to some other reporters on the grounds. Like I mentioned earlier, we take a look at the various regions. The Ashanti region, we have dealt with it. The number of delegates that are expected to vote in today's election, we have mentioned that, and also the number of people who are going unopposed in that region as well. But bring it down to the Greater Accra region, which also has about 34 constituencies here in the Greater Accra region. In all, some 1,675 delegates are expected to cast their votes in today's elections. Before I continue, Benjamin is back on the phone lines. Benjamin, sorry we lost you earlier. If you can hear me, give us the update.
Yes, so like I said in the, earlier, voting has started. People are excited, and their motivation is that they are here to elect a leader for the great NDC party. And I think that everything is going smoothly.
Great. So, what exactly does it look like now? You have more than, you have others who are contesting the incumbent. You have Kafi Danko, you have lawyer Alipo. What are the people really saying? What does it look like?
Hello?
I'm sorry, but I seem not to hear what Benjamin is actually saying. But let's get back, still like I was saying earlier, let's get back to the regions. Look at Greater Accra, for instance, another huge region you should take a key or a critical look at. 34 constituencies. And what does this mean to the NDC? Now, if you recall, the various, executives that got elected quite recently, they made mention of the fact that they are anticipating and they are targeting to increase the seats the NDC has in the Greater Accra region. They have 20 as it stands now, and the target, if you listen carefully to the regional chairman, Ashimore, he says that their target is to get some 25 seats for the NDC in the general election. So it means that this particular primaries means a lot to the Greater Accra region. Who gets the nod to lead in these various constituencies? Bridget was talking about what it looks like when you go to Honorable Sam George's constituency, for instance, the Ningo Pram constituency. Bridget, does it look keenly contested in that area? Because I mentioned that in the previous, the past primaries, Sam George won with some 7 votes. And the same guy is back to contest.
He won by 7 votes.
Oh, 7. The 1117.
Even 1 is still...
I agree. I'm not downplaying that. But I'm saying that 7 is minute.
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
It gave him a win.
Here we have, I've just displayed to you that, some people are going unopposed.
Yeah.
With the work this guy has done, there should be an overwhelming endorsement for him. I
think he's got quite a number of endorsements from his people.
Okay.
All of them cannot come out and say they are supporting him because of 1 or 2 reasons. It's an election, and delegates have some money to get from both sides. So I'm sure they'll keep quiet over it. But I believe he's going to pull through.
Well, let's see how it pans out to be. But let's go to Upper Dentra East and pick some feed from there. What exactly is happening in faraway Upper Dentra East?
Okay, so this happened after lawyer Emilia Akuma was declared the only candidate to contest for the Upper Dentra East parliamentary primary and then parliamentary election. And then she has this to say. Okay, so we have the veteran presiding officer. In fact, he has done this job over the last 30 years. Problem here in here, say Bibi Akoso. Any problem? Okay, problem here. So he permitted me to video him, and then the voters are in the queue. Obia any problem? Bia our police. Obia you okay? Interpret the East. Bibia you okay? Or hase? Yeah, that's it. The district commander himself is around. Yes, don't worry. Mr. Srebo is also here. Mr. Srebo is a senior, a member of council for the constituency and a committee member. You can also see the issue officers, everybody working. Bibia Akoso, come on. So over to the upper Dentra. So we are all enjoying the vote. So united. You can see the constituency organizer, George Anani Coleman. Obia, you okay? Obia, you okay? Upper Dentra East. Obia, you okay? I am here myself. KKD, I'm here myself. We are in the queue. You can see it. They are picking their papers, their ballot papers, and their voting is ongoing.
Actually, the reactions and how it's looking out in the Upper Dentra East constituency as far as the election is concerned, and basically it tells a picture that the NDC is poised for the 2024 general election. I asked Bridget earlier, what does this particular election mean to them? And of course, she says that it's a build-up to what to expect in the 2024 election proper. But let's get back to the data again. I was speaking about the Greater Accra region and what it also means to the NDC, because it looks as if the Greater Accra region is more or less like a decider most of the times when it comes to elections in Ghana, because if you have 34 constituencies and currently they have 24 seats, it tells a big story as it is now. So in all, we are expecting some 1,675 delegates to vote, but you go to Ningo Prampram, that's where eyes are glued on. In the Ningo Prampram constituency, the two-term incumbent Sam George is contesting against, or Michael Kwete Nate is rather contesting Sam George in there. He is actually a former constituency chairman. High hopes. All right, so let's get to Benjamin on the phone lines. Benjamin, sorry, thank you for joining us once again. So tell us, what have the people been saying?
Well, like I indicated earlier on, the people are poised and they are happy. The weather is very good, like I indicated earlier on. And from what I pick up speaking to them, they are happy to vote for President John Dramani Mahama to be the flag bearer of our great party, so that he is able to restore power from the MPP for us.
Have you been able to speak to any of the candidates?
Well, most of the candidates, I'm told, are in the capital of Chito. So we are on our way there now. None have come to Awudome. We've not met any of them yet, not spoken to any of them yet. But once I get to them and I pick up their feelings, I'm sure to relay the information to you.
There is this worry or concern earlier that people are actually not turning out for, to vote as prescribed as far as time is concerned. Did they start as early as 7 a.m.?
Not so. The reason being simple. Most of the people I spoke with said they earlier felt that the elections were not going to come off because of the injunctions that were set on us at the party. But when the regional team spoke to them later and told them that the election was coming on, they were told that it was not going to start at 7 because the materials had not yet arrived. So they are coming one by one, and we are sure that by noon we should have all the complements here.
Do you know the number, I mean the total number of delegates that are expected to vote today?
Well, I've asked, and I'm told that I can only get that from some of the executives. And the executives are more told that they are in the capital trying to arrange things and be able to come and ensure that everything goes on smoothly.
How is security like in Chito?
There's virtually no tension. From what I think, the incumbent MP, they want to give him the slot for him to be retained, but I'm told that there are other complications. But what I know is that the people want to go the MP and then to maintain him and then give President Mahama a resounding victory as well.
So more or less the people want John Mahama to lead the party?
Very well, that is the indication. Like I indicated earlier, I asked them about the other candidates. I spoke to them about the Dr. Dufour, the suit, and he withdrawing yesterday, and Honorable Kojo Bonsu. And to me, they asked me, who are those? And I said they were also presidential aspirant hopefuls. And they said they don't know anybody apart from President John Dramani Mahama.
Well, Benjamin, I'm grateful. If there is any latest updates, you can just give it to us maybe later when we call you on the show.
Very well. I'll let you know once I get an update. Thank you.
Benjamin Kwashi is our reporter in the whole West constituency, Chito to be precise, telling us how the voting is happening far away in the Volta region, in Chito specifically. We'll still try and get to another hot area, that is the whole central constituency, and also find out how things are turning out to be in that area as well. But let's get back to this breakdown of the regions. Now, you go to the Eastern region, for instance, where they have, or the party has 33. In the region there are 33 constituencies, and elections are supposed to happen in all of these constituencies. In the Central region, for instance, they have 23 constituencies in the elections are supposed to happen in that side. The Volta region, as I mentioned earlier, 18 constituencies are billed to vote in this particular election. And then all 75 aspirants, 15 women are contesting. They have been cleared to contest in this particular election. Okujetua Blackwell, as I mentioned earlier, in the North Tongue, Charles Agbeve of Agwatime Ziopi are all going unopposed. In whole Central, for instance, the incumbent is actually not seeking re-election. You take a look at the Northern region, for instance, they have 18 constituencies as well. So the expectation is that the constituencies will have some votes in that area as well. In the Western region, 17 constituencies. Upper East, you have 15 constituencies. Bono, you have 12 constituencies. Upper West, 11 constituencies. And in this particular area, you have all 30 aspirants. Only one female from Jiriapa constituency who is also contesting. She's actually the daughter of the former IGP Peter Namfuri. She is contesting in that area as well. Now, this includes 8 sitting MPs, 4 of whom are first-time MPs. And then in the Wat Central, we have the Wat Central, Dr. Rashid Pelpo is seeking his 5th term in this race as well, facing some stiff competition from 3 other candidates. Look at the Bono East, they also have 11 constituencies. In the Western North, 9 constituencies. And then Oti plus Sal, and they have 8 there. And then Savannah region has 7 constituencies. So Sal, let's see who gets the nod to lead in that particular constituency. Bridget, what do you make of that? Are you happy that finally Sal is going to get a representative who might also lead the party into 2024 general election?
Of course I am. I don't know why. For a long now. A very, very long while. The AC didn't try for them, but I'm happy the NDC, who is always constituent, has decided to do this.
Great. I just made a few analysis. I mean, if you have a constituency where you have 7 candidates or aspirants going and there is no female, it doesn't work out well, don't you think so?
Yeah, it doesn't at all.
Yeah, 7 strong men. But at least a female should. I remember in Whole Central in 2019, there was this Fafali Nyunato who showed up, and people were of high hopes that she was going to come back again this time around, but
probably she's still preparing to come back.
Isn't that women are not getting the support?
In Upper West, okay, when we talk about support, what exactly are we looking at? Is it
Finances.
Okay, so some financiers are now beginning to believe in the woman. Some are still trying to wrap their head around it because they think if you're a woman, it comes with too many responsibilities, childbearing, taking care of a family and all those things. So they don't see why they should invest in you. But I think of late, some people are coming around. They are getting to understand that the woman is much more than just taking care of women and all those stuff. So with time, I mean, Upper West, we have one woman. It's a step in the right direction. Very soon, I'm sure we're going to have more women come up. I'm hopeful.
Well, let's see. Bridget is hopeful. Do you have any hopes of contesting one day?
Oh, definitely I will.
Yeah.
Someday I will.
Incoming MP.
I will.
Adam constituency.
It will happen.
One day it will. Well, you can make me a financier as well.
God bless you for that.
Well, I want to go through the constituencies and also take a look at where the elections will be happening as well. For Greater Accra, you have the likes of Sege, Adenta, Pram Pram. And Adenta also has a different twist altogether, where you have Ramadan being contested by some other people as well. Linda and then the former gender, Oye also. Yeah. But the interesting thing about Adenta is that it rotates. They
don't want him.
Exactly. Does it look like it's going to happen? It's going to replicate this?
From what I see on social media, I mean, you can't decide on social media, but from what I see, it looks like people want Ramadan to go a second term. I also see others pulling strongly for a. They think she can also, and a few people are also going for Linda. You can't actually, you can't actually tell who is going on. Yes, it's a bit dicey. Yeah. You can't just pinpoint and say.
I was actually looking out for Medina to see if indeed Soso will be contested. I mean, but
Medina, I mean, the guy is doing his best.
He's doing well.
I mean, this is first.
They say Soswakwe.
What?
You know what Soswakwe means?
That's like Ewe.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's Soso. No matter what,
I make a vow.
So you have Sege, Adenta, Pram Pram. That's where eyes are.
I am really waiting.
You were telling me something off air earlier.
About Nico Pram Pram.
But that's again on social media.
Yes, it's going to be a tough one. Because looking at social media, I mean, you can't decide everything on social media. But looking at what people are posting, you can see some are gearing towards. But also, on the same social media, people are talking about the fact that Michael couldn't win the chairmanship.
Yeah.
If you couldn't win
that slot,
I mean,
what's the guarantee that you get this? Okay, but this is another twist to it as well. He had some margins. He had some votes when he went for that race.
Some.
Right? Yes, some. So basically, this is a calculation. He has some numbers who are for him. So what he has to do is work around the people who couldn't get
who are for him for chairmanship, not.
Yes, I agree. But if chairmanship, that's
chairmanship doesn't go to parliament.
Yes, but that's near.
It means that
definitely parliament. He has people who are for him.
Of course.
So
we all have,
anytime when
your mother is for your mother will never be for me. Your mother will always be for you.
I agree.
I'm just saying.
But again, don't write it off, because this is the same Michael who got closer
by 7
in 2019, closer in 2019, and this time around for the chairmanship, like you're talking about, he got some numbers. So that could be significant.
If he is really of the people, I'm sure he would have won the chairmanship. Somebody who couldn't win the MPship slot, and he was contesting for chairmanship. If the people really wanted him, and that 7 meant nothing, I'm sure they would have voted for him for the chairmanship. But he still didn't get it, and Ashmore got it. So I'm sure some will pull through. I am so hopeful. I am so hopeful some is going to pull through.
Okay.
Even though I wanted him to go unopposed.
Yeah, going unopposed would have been a great endorsement for him.
Yeah,
that would have written a good story. But let's see. Like you believe, NDC is a democratic party, so it's allowed that people freely come.
But sometimes when you think the person is best, or when you know the person is best, just give the person the opportunity to go.
Try it. Try it and let's see. Okay. You've never been a president, yet you sit and call
I know, right?
Anyway, so let's still continue. So in Greater Accra, you have Crow, and that should be a done deal for Namumu.
I think she's also loved.
Yeah.
I think she's also loved.
And she's been an integral member of I don't know if I'm
She's
right
the
to say
people's
this.
person.
Yes,
Yeah.
and she's been with the people, the grassroots. I wouldn't be surprised if she retains that particular seat as well. So you have Krowo constituency, you have Domi Kwabenya.
That seat, eh?
The NDC should target that, don't you think so?
That seat is
it
winnable.
a seat that you can win?
It's a winnable seat.
The
with
King
some
Kong is still
hard
there.
work. Which of the King Kong?
The landlady is there.
Oh, she's going again?
Mom's definitely.
No. She shouldn't try.
How can the NDC wrestle power from
she shouldn't go.
from her?
She I think even the last election she was not in a comfortable
situation.
So why would she want to try again? It would be disastrous if she should go.
There is one thing I keep hearing throughout this whole campaign is that we couldn't make it because we were not united. We couldn't make it because we are not united. I mean,
for the unity,
how united is the NDC now?
For the unity, I doubt anybody can be united like 100% unity.
Yeah.
No matter what happens.
But if you're not united, how do you win power?
No, that's what I'm saying. That you cannot.
That's a disorganized body.
You cannot be united as 100%. There will be some fraction that will still not agree with you. Like JM, majority thinks that okay, JM is the best option, but there are some also who feels that okay, we want some people to also come and try. We can't get 100%. So by all means, there will be some. But I think this time around we have some huge percentage of unity.
Far better.
Far better than last.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you also have Okaikwe Central, Obom Domiabra constituency, and then also Lejo Kuku. They make it up for the constituencies here in Greater Accra. And the heartbeat of the NDC, that's the Volta region. Let's look at the various constituencies in that particular region as well. You have Keta, and it's keenly contested.
Keta.
Yes, you have several doctors
the
in
popular
there.
Keta.
Which of them is popular?
They are
which
popular.
of the candidates?
Kojo Jones is popular in Keta.
He is?
I mean, with all the issues surrounding him.
Oh, he has issues? Tell us.
Oh, please. We are all on social media. We all see what
I
people
don't know
write.
why
I mean, I haven't been to Keta, but from what I see on social media, people write a lot of things. He has some support. People also think there are some issues surrounding his contest and a couple of things surrounding his... but you see, there are some who have gone before.
Yeah.
Some who have contested before. And others feel that it's right to just give them the opportunity to go and not be contested, which I don't think is right. I mean, it's a contest. Everybody should just go into it. Who wins, fine. But some also think that Kojo Jones has got some money to spend, so he's going to buy off the delegates.
There is Dr. Jokoto.
Yes.
Also in there.
Yeah.
He tried it the last time.
Exactly.
He was a bit close.
So people think that because he tried it the last time, I mean, this time around, they should just allow him to go. But it's an election.
And he is actually the acting regional director, Ghana Health Service. So well, let's see if that will come to play.
But he also has some support. He has quite some.
Because most definitely he should be working with the people who gave him that support in the 2019 primaries as well.
I'm sure he is.
Okay, let's see. Keta is another seat to look out for in the Volta region. Ketu North.
One of the hottest.
Oh, I don't want to talk
One
about
of the hottest.
You have how many candidates? 10?
I think they have 8 now.
8.
They started with some huge number,
Yeah.
and then
it
came
down
down
to
8.
somewhere around
of
10.
them.
8. Okay.
I think it's 8.
Okay. So Edem Agbana is in there.
It's in there.
Dr. Agumenu is in there. Who else?
Gabriel Kwamiga is also in there. Like,
and there is.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, it's a very tough one.
But Edem is some sort of hope to the young people. He has a lot of young people following him, and his win would be some inspiration to a lot of young people.
So the issue is that you might enjoy the buzz around you from the young ones,
yeah, right.
But the question remains:
are
they
delegates?
Delegates?
That is the thing, and here is the case where delegates have their interest.
You get it?
And Edem is a young guy.
The ordinary citizen, the man who is not a delegate, will root for you
because they know you are capable.
Who you are, you can do the job. But where the delegates themselves are not rooting for you, who are not following you, who would rather chase something else, then it becomes difficult. I see most of the young people following
rooting for him.
Well.
Yeah.
And Dr. Agumenu also comes to the table with that background he has with the the former presidents as well, the late JJ, and I mean,
and Kwame also has his own. He contested the previous election.
Okay, in 2019.
Yes, he was in there.
So he's not a new face at all.
No, he's been with the people. He's got a couple of stuff going on there. I mean, that I'm still waiting. I can't wait for 5 to see who wins.
After 5 p.m., we all know our smooth levels.
I know,
that's
right?
what they say. Everybody will know where they belong.
But in all this, I'm hoping delegates make the right decision because
they live there.
They live there, and then they know what they want and they know what they are looking out for. I pray that by 5 o'clock they choose somebody that is.
You see why I asked you, Bridget? I mean, how significant is this particular election to the NDC? What does it mean to the NDC? Is it just the normal fanfare? We queue to vote, we go back home, wait for the announcement or the declaration to be made, and then we celebrate? Is that what the NDC means
what
now?
we find ourselves in as a country is no joke. Where we are now, we are at the crossroad. It's no joke. So you can't just bring anybody in. So this election is really significant. It's one of the important elections I'm looking forward to. From the primaries to the main race itself, I am so eager to see the kind of people the delegates will be voting for and all that. Because in getting out of this mess, you can't do that with just anybody. You need people who are capable, people who know what they're about. Because the person who will be leading us, who is JM, he knows what he's about. He knows where he's going. He has the plans. Everything is set. So you can't just bring up anybody. If we don't get the right people to support him, we are going to struggle. So I'm hoping delegates will choose the right people who are capable of doing the work.
There is one other thing you should also take a look at. In the Volta region, it looks as if the NPP is gradually making inroads. I mean, back then, you wouldn't hear the huge numbers when it comes to votes. I mean, the number of votes that the NPP gets in the Volta region. But they have been able to break through to the point that they have even won a seat out of the 18 constituencies. So the NDC has just 17. And they are targeting some other interesting seats. I can tell you, Whole Central, Ketunov. These are 2 seats the NPP is targeting. But well, I want us to get back onto the phone lines. We'll continue with the constituencies in the Volta region. But let's get back onto the phone lines quickly. Let's go to Kwadaso quickly and then have a conversation. Let's take a look at what exactly is happening in Kwadaso. Hello.
Hello. Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine.
Okay.
So
tell me, Kwadaso is this morning.
It's very peaceful out here, very calm. The turnout is it's not very encouraging, but it's good. It keeps on increasing, so it's good.
What time did the voting begin?
I think like an hour or less ago. They didn't really start it; they just started.
Okay. Now, can you tell us the number of people who have voted already, if you have that figure?
The number of people that have voted already, I think it's only like 2 wards.
2 wards, okay.
Yeah, 2 wards. Kwadaso North and Apachapa. Apachapa is still voting though. Yeah.
Now help us know who are in the race in Kwadaso.
You said?
I'm asking if you can help us understand who are in the race in Kwadaso.
There are 4 candidates. Eric Esibe, Monica Bewa, Francis Dume, and A.A. Fatal.
Okay.
Now you are on the ground.
Have you been able to speak to some of the delegates who, one way or the other, are followers or supporters of these 4 candidates?
Sorry.
Okay, so can you hear me?
Yes.
Someone, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, so I'm asking, have you been able to the delegates who, one way or the other, are supporters of these 4 individuals?
Yeah, I've been speaking to some of them. I'm around, so I'm still speaking to some of them.
What have they been telling you? Which name is stopping?
It's actually between 2 candidates, Monica and Esibe. But from the look of things, it's like Monica has the upper hand more than Esibe. But we can't conclude now. So unless
of course.
Yes.
But what
are they giving? What exactly are they saying? Is it because she can do the job, or what exactly are they telling you as to why they feel that?
Monica was a parliamentary candidate in 2016, and SJ was a parliamentary candidate in 2020. So they are checking the two. They are
okay. All right. That's fine. But
now we know so well that election is supposed to close, or polls is supposed to close at 5 p.m. With the turnout, does it look like they can meet that particular time frame?
I'm not too sure, but let's see. It's going out smooth, so I'm sure by 5 we should be done.
How about
security?
How about
security?
How about what?
Security.
Yeah, the security is fine. There's police, there's everything. The security is fine.
Has there been any case of riots?
So no, they are peaceful. It's fine. Yeah.
Now the presidential slot, who gets the nod to lead the party as the next flag bearer? What are the people saying about that as well?
Oh, the flag bearer is JF. Nah, everybody is talking about JF. Nobody is talking about any other candidate here. It's John Dramani Mahama, hands down.
You add hands down.
JM too.
Okay. So I spoke to one other reporter earlier, and then he mentions that the case that was sent to court, the injunction, has contributed to the delay in the whole process. Could that also be a factor in Kwadaso?
Yeah, I think it's a factor because they were so confused. I mean, most of their WhatsApp said, some were like, are we voting? We are not voting. It was just left and right. But now I think it's settled. They are coming. Since we've told them that they are going to vote, they are coming. They are coming in their numbers.
Great.
They are coming with the food, those are prepared food and all that somewhere. So there's not much food here, but yeah, it's okay.
Some of the candidates themselves, have they already voted?
You said?
The candidates, I'm referring to the 4 aspirants, have they voted?
I don't really know. I'm not sure if they are supposed to vote, but if they are supposed to vote, I'm sure they voted already. Because they are all ready.
Okay, grateful, Selma. Thank you so much. We'll get back to you when there is a latest update.
All right.
Great. Selma, reporter on the grounds in Kwadaso constituency, giving us updates on what's happening over there as well. So that's another key interesting thing you should pay attention to. The people who are supposed to vote, the delegates. So there are some candidates who are contesting who are delegates, and that gives an advantage. If you're in a race and you are voting yourself and the other is not voting, that's +1 for you. Because some they are executives who, or perhaps former appointees and what have you, so they
have the right
to vote. They become delegates. But someone who is you are losing it out.
That's serious, though.
Yeah. You haven't thought about it?
No.
It is. It's a reality.
So some candidates are not. Yeah, some aspirants are not delegates. Yeah. It means they lose that 1 vote. That's bad.
Anyway, so let's still look at the Volta region. Like I mentioned, the heartbeat of the NDC party. We spoke about Ketu North, which is looking quite interesting. It's dicey. It's actually dicey, and you can't call till the final declaration is made. The incumbent is actually not going. He says, Charlie, it's okay. Let the boys also try it and let's see. And that's a good call, right? Honorable Aveji. And he also has that popular call, Avejiakwe. He's the only one. But this time around, there is a change. Let's see who gets the nod to lead the Ketu North constituency into the general elections. And then you have, so it has been pruned down to 8 contestants. Apparently it was 10, but now they have 8 contestants. Let's see how it pans out. South Nai is also another area to look out for. And then Hokwe. Hokwe means a lot to the NDC because as it stands now, the NDC lost the Hokwe seat to the MPP in the previous general election. And they are poised to
take it back.
That seat.
Yeah.
Is that going to be easy? Jean-Pierre Amou.
With the work Amou has done there, and it's not like I actually went there to do some work myself.
So you saw
and talking to the people. So Amewu touched the people, not really the constituency.
Their hearts.
So it's something the party would have to look at. Not.
I think he played smart, right?
Yeah.
Because you see, I spoke to a few people the last time. They had poor roads. Hokwe for a very long time had terrible roads. You can't override it. I mean, it's the fact. Lightning in that constituency was terrible. And see, Hokwe shares boundary with the Oti region. And I mean, back then it was known as the Volta North. So it was more or less like a border town. In the night, when you go to Hokwe, especially towards the north, the tail end where you cross to the other side, it gets so busy. So such an area needs good lighting system. And I think Amewu capitalized on that. And he won the hearts of the people. But
and we are going to take it back.
Recently, the report I picked is that after that, he squirreled back.
He wanted to win, and he did. So
what is the NDC doing? It means you need to get the right people. And again, I spoke about unity. In Hokwe, the issue about losing, according to reports, is that
they were not united.
They were not united. How united is the party now?
If a party
that is poised for reclaiming power is not united, how then do you mean that?
Wasn't united. I mean, now we are.
Have they resolved that?
I told you earlier that.
And we have barely 19 or so months to go to the general polls. Will people heal from their wounds before 2024 election?
I think people will heal by tomorrow.
Are you sure?
It's 5 o'clock.
People are spending billions.
No, it's an election, and you should know that it's a win or lose. You are not the only one going. Those going on opposed might either get yes or no.
So that's a different thing to the whole conversation. Anyway, so that is Hokwe for you. Another seat where the NDC, they are looking out to reclaim from the NPP in the Volta region. Afatato South, another area you need to take a look at. And then we also have Central Tong, South Tong, North Dai, whole central constituency. So these are the 18 constituencies in the Volta region where elections are currently underway. And then we continue with some other areas. You go to the central region, for instance, Ebra Asebe, Kwamankese. They also have Twifi, Mokwa, Gomwa East, Cape Coast North, Cape Coast South, as well as Gomwa West. These are the constituencies where elections are currently underway in the central region. You go to the western region, for instance, Amenfi Central, Esikado, Ketan, Shama, and then Ahanta West. These are the constituencies in the western region. Western North, they have Sefi Wiasu, Sefi Akontobra, and then Bibiani, Bekwai. They are the constituencies in the western North. Eastern region, where the MPP has their stronghold as well. You have Upper West, Achim, Yilo, Krobo, Nsawam, Eduajiri, Fantiakwa North. These are the constituencies in the eastern region. Ashanti region, Setra, Franklins, and then Asawase. You want to say something about Asawase?
No, before I go and say something else. Because the two of them.
Yeah, easy.
Charlie?
Yeah, easy.
The two of them, you can't tell.
Yeah.
They are both love.
Yeah.
I mean, I picked my view from social media. And from what I see from social media, I mean, I could say 50-50. They're all love.
It's going to be keenly contested.
Keenly. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
Let's see. Northern region, you have Nanton, Kumbungu, Nalerugu, Sablugu, and then Tolon. These are the constituencies where elections will be held. And then before we continue with Northeast, Savannah, Upper West, Upper East, and the rest, let's get to Ho Central. Bismarck Selali Lawson is our reporter at the grounds. Bismarck, good morning.
Good morning to you, Randy. How are you doing?
And yourself?
Great, I'm well.
Great.
Great.
Tell me where exactly you are.
Okay, so currently, Randy, I am in the premises of Ola Senior High School, where the elections for the whole central constituency is taking place.
Great. Now, run us through. We know so far that 7 aspirants are in the race for this particular election. Have you met any of them yet?
I've met a couple of the camps, the actors themselves are seemingly invisible. They are not, you can't see them now, but they have their reps. The gathering, the meetings are happening here right now. And I've met a lot of people who are leading their campaigns, and I've heard what they are saying.
Now, what exactly are the people saying?
Well, so a lot of people are saying so many things. You want to ask somebody what's going on, and then they are telling you this person is winning. You meet this person, they tell you, oh, the ground is fertile for this person. You meet another person, they tell you that this is what is going. So I think it's early days yet to actually tell who is going to be the potential MP for Road Central as far as NDC is concerned. I think we would have to wait a little longer because the whole place is calm. It looks as if a lot of people are confident in their candidates, and so far, that's what is happening, Randy.
But personally, I want to believe that there should be a lead name that is actually popping up. Do you pick any intel like that?
So, when I began speaking with people were mentioning Stanley. They were telling me that this is his time because remember he was in this race 4 years ago and almost became, but for the incumbent Honorable Kodo, who emerged the winner of that contest, and he the second. So they are saying that he emerging the second last 4 years, this should be his time. But there are people also who are more convinced that this is going to be, there's going to be a surprise. People are mentioning Dr. Doe, saying that he is likely to win the contest today. But then also, some people are saying that Potosu is not somebody you want to underrate in a contest like this, looking at how he's been able to relate with a lot of people, the Education Connect and all other people like that. Some people say Koda has been very forceful, but what I gathered is that he seems not so confident in himself. There are people who are saying stuff like that, and you want to believe that things like this will definitely come up, during the ground. Kasu, who is also pushing, has also been mentioned in one or two conversations where people say that Kasu might pull a surprise and give everybody a shot. And so far, Randy, that's what is going on, if you ask me.
Great. Bismarck, now let's go back to the time frame. At what time did polls begin?
Please come again.
I'm asking, at what time exactly did voting begin?
Oh, the voting began exactly 7 as promised, and a lot of people have already cast their vote. And I don't know that you want to see the enthusiasm. You want to come and see how people have taken this in a World Cup. People are enthused, people are ready, people are fighting, people are saying it's our time, we want to go and all that. But I think we want to applaud the organization so far, because even though people are many, they have, the Ola Assembly Hall very well. So from the entrance, chairs have been lined up, I think 4 rows so far. So you have them sitting from the entrance and then moving like how we do it in the banking hall. That is how it is. The people are not standing. So when you get to the entrance, if it's your turn, you sit in the nearest chair and you move in that order until it is your turn to cast your vote. So basically, as for the processes so far, I want to say it is as calm as you would have expected of Central.
From the earlier intel we picked, this is actually a keenly contested seat, and these 7 aspirants are very much poised to get that particular seat. Let's talk about security. How well secured is the place? Do you see many uniform around? And has there been any case of rioting?
I'll speak to you about the uniform, but if you don't mind, process is Honorable Stanley now if you want to pick a weapon.
Great. Let me engage him then.
Okay, so Honorable, quickly, TV, Randy.
Yep. Hello, Honorable Stanley. Good morning, and thanks for joining us on Weasel TV. How is the feeling like this morning?
The feeling is exciting. It's good to be a comrade. It's good to see comrades coming together to decide their fate, choose who they want to be their parliamentary candidates, exercise their democratic rights, and ensure that the one who is elected.
You have been campaigning for so long now. You were in the race some time back as well. You couldn't get the nod. You are back again to contest. What have you been telling the delegates, and what is your expectation?
I think the message is so clear. President Mama told us that we should choose experience and not experiment. I am standing in the midst of some of my executives. Among them, one of the oldest executives that I have from Shah. He's been there before I even became secretary. He's still there now as chairman, and we have accumulated the experience over the years. These are the kind of experience we need in the 2024 election. Somebody who has seen it all, who understands the grassroots, who understands the dynamics of party politicking, who also appreciates the need to resource and strengthen the base that constitutes our very foundation. And that is what Stanley stands for. I stand for that goal. I stand for that inspiration. I stand for that empowerment that the party needs to win election 2024. And of course, all of them can attest that when it comes to experience that is required to execute Agenda 2024, none of them come near Stanley. And of course, elections and its dynamics cannot be overemphasized. And so we are not leaving any stone unturned to ensure that at the end of it all, number 5 comes out victorious. And of course, a victory for Stanley is a victory for John Mahama, it's a victory for NDC in 2024. And that is non-negotiable.
I'm grateful. Thank you. I wouldn't want to take too much of your time. Honorable Stanley, thank you so much for your time.
I'm also very grateful, Randy, and thanks for the good work you're doing. I'll see you in the evening when the result is declared.
All right. Thank you. So, Stanley Glante is actually one of the candidates in that particular race. Bismarck, do you spot any of the other candidates as well?
This race is between Stanley and the rest.
I'm sorry. So, yeah, Stanley, thank you. I'm actually, if you can hand over to Bismarck. If you can hand over to Bismarck, if you can hand over the phone to Bismarck. Stanley, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right, so I am asking if you can hand over the phone to Bismarck, the reporter.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
So, Bismarck, I was asking earlier if you have been able to spot any of the other candidates as well.
Well, yes, so before I met Stanley, I...
Okay, so sorry, I think we lost Bismarck. We'll get back to him as well because, I mean, Ho Central is hot. Trust me, it's very hot. But let me get back to this, and when we re-establish contact with Bismarck, we'll see if we can speak to some other aspirants as well. And then you look at Savannah, you have Salaga, North Salaga South, and that is it for the Savannah region. Upper West, Sisala East constituency, Lambusi, Nabdam, Ambrose, where we have, you actually have Ambrose Dairy. Now you go to Wa Central, Purple, and then that's Auntie Joyce's husband? Yes. Oh, okay. And actually, what's your expectation? What's your take on that one? A hands down win for him?
I can't say because I'm not a delegate and I don't know much about the area, but it could be a possible win for him.
Yeah, it looks like
I mean, some influence from the
Follow
now.
I don't know why this line.
But I think we should all adopt it.
Follow who?
In everything you do,
follow who knows.
Follow who knows road. I mean, why would you be following somebody who doesn't know road?
You will get lost.
You don't have a future.
Bridget believes if you follow somebody who doesn't know road, you will definitely get lost anyway. Bismarck is back on the phone lines from the Ola Senior High School premises in Ho Central. Bismarck, so I was asking earlier if you have been able to spot any of the other candidates.
Yes, so before I messaged Sunday, I saw a statue somewhere, but I was trying to get him, but I can't find him now. The regional chairman is here if you want to engage him. Honorable Agbavito is here with me. Perhaps you want to get his view about what's going on.
All right, just a quick one. Honorable, good morning. Thank you for making time for us. I'm fine. Yourself?
Very well.
I know you have to be the referee or one of the referees in this particular contest, but I am more particular about the organization. How well have you put this together?
Sorry, the line is a bit strange.
All right, can you hear me? I am asking, how well have you put together this particular election in your area?
I can't hear me.
All right, so all right. All right, Honorable, can you hear me? Yeah, Bismarck. So I was asking him how the organization has been.
Everything is on course. Voting has started and there have been peace in all the voting centers. So far, there hasn't been any incident, and we don't expect any. Preparation has been top notch. We received the security brief and they'll be giving them brief on regular basis. So the police are in control at the voting centers. Everything is on course. I'll put it that way.
So we get some information that the issue about the court case actually affected turnout in some areas. How well have you been able to publicize or advertise to inform the delegate that election is still on?
The delegate.
I think Honorable is struggling to hear me well, but it's fine. Thank you. I appreciate it, Honorable Mauto Agbavito. I appreciate your time. Yeah.
Now, I think he's getting a lot of distractions also. So, like you said, I can't find any of the aspirants here now. But like he said about security, there is enough security present. You get to the hall, you see more than 10 security officers. And as for peace, the environment has been so peaceful as of now.
Bismarck, we'll get back to you when the latest comes up. Great. So Bismarck Selali Lawson is our reporter in the Ho Central constituency, telling us what's happening so far in Ho Central with regards to the elections. Let's see. We earlier also spoke to Honorable Stanley Glate, one of the parliamentary aspirants in Ho Central. Like I did mention, we'll try as much as possible to engage more of them whenever our reporters touch base with them as well. This is still Weasel TV special coverage of the NDC's presidential and parliamentary primaries. And of course, we'll got you covered till after the polls, somewhere around 5 p.m. I also mentioned earlier that we'll be going to Bole Bambwe to take a look at what exactly is happening in that area as well. But look at Upper West, for instance. I mentioned Sisala East and the others that are the constituencies that are voting. Now move to Upper East. You have Garu, where Thomas Anaba is among the race. In Zibila, you have Binduri, Talensi, Navrongo Central. These are the constituencies to look out for as far as voting is concerned. Now move to Oti region, where you have Krachi West, Krachi East, Akan, as well as Biakoye. Now Bono East, you have Pru East. That's where Kwabena Donko East, you have Pru West. NDC actually lost that seat in 2020. You go to Kintampo North and then Kintampo South. You have Seni East as well as Seni West, then Techiman South. And we all know the story of Techiman South. Whenever it's been mentioned, you know what exactly goes in that particular. Look at Ahafo. You have Tano South, where 6 NDC. You have Eric Opoku as well as Collins Dauda. That's the race in Ahafo region. So basically, this is how it's looking like with the various constituencies that are voting as it stands now. Bridget, let me pick a quick thought before we take another break again. I mean, the general view so far we have gathered is that relatively the election has been peaceful. That's a good call, I guess.
A very good one. I mean, to have elections where there are no crowds is a good one. I hope same thing happens. In areas
where the supposed tension is.
Everything is peaceful. We are hoping it happens in 2024 as well. We have a peaceful election. But Randy, you don't want to be in the shoes of the aspirants.
How does it feel like?
You don't want to be in their shoes. I just imagine when I was contesting as the president and the tension and all that. But the
is it during the election? Is it during the voting itself?
Before you even get there, I mean, during the process where you can see someone who like, Charlie, this person can mafia me somewhere. That person, even that one alone can give you high blood pressure. And then the election itself. The good thing was I happened to go unopposed. Yeah. So
that one was okay.
But you can imagine when you have about 8 people in the
contesting you.
I can imagine how them is feeling right now, like a young person.
I think the pressure gets in to the tail end of the contest, somewhere around 5. When it's getting to 5 p.m.
That's what one you can. If you said you're beefy, I'm sure.
That's where the whole thing comes in, because Charlie,
and after all the money,
someone will sit back and see the money he has spent.
No, but before anybody goes into election, you should know it's a contest, and then there's a possibility you would win or lose. So if you have those thoughts in mind, you shouldn't be too disappointed when you know that your opponents are also capable. They are likely to win.
All right, let me get back onto the phone and then speak to Nelson, who is our reporter. Nelson, good morning.
Good morning, boss.
Hello, Nelson.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Hello, Nelson.
Hello, Nelson. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, boss. Good morning.
Okay.
So we will still get it clear.
I can hear Nelson here. But so, Bridget, you were saying something about the feeling. I think the pressure comes in few minutes to 5.
The pressure actually starts when you decide to contest, and then you start seeing.
No, it's normal. You know why? The pressure when you decide to contest, you have all manner of people who will tell you,
who will support you, I'm behind you.
Even last night, this morning, you still meet people who
you'll be calling someone and don't pick up.
That's why Sir John said it.
Fear delegates.
Fear delegates.
I'm sure right now someone is making calls and the number is not going to. The number you have dialed.
Somebody has captured the person already. It's in somebody's camp. Anyway, so that is it with how the elections will be looking at as far as the coverage is also concerned. We will try as much as possible to engage more of our reporters so they can tell us what exactly the situation is like on in some of the constituencies as well. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back to wind up. Stay with us.
2 presidential aspirants, 55,862 parliamentary aspirants, a total of 356,624 delegates will be voting as the NDC decides on Saturday, May 13, 2023. The Vote to Election 2024. Wezo TV will bring you all the updates from across the country. It will bring you a live John Mahama voting in Bole and the results after voting from 4 p.m. This is Wezo TV special. Wezo TV, we go all out for you. Watch your favorite TV show in your palm. TV on the go. Download the Wezo TV app for Android on Play Store or for iOS on the Apple Store. TV made easier. Wezo TV, we go all out for you.
Down at your feet,
I'm an angel.
sent by God to be with you at this moment.
I am an angel sent by God.
I am an angel from God.
They're angels, just like I wished for.
When you walk down the road, heavy burden, heavy load, I will rise and I will walk with you. When you walk through the night and you feel like you want to just give up on the fight, I will come and I will walk with you. Until the sun
presidential aspirants, 55,862 parliamentary aspirants, a total of 356,624 delegates will be voting as the NDC decides on Saturday, May 13, 2023. The vote to election 2024. Wezo TV will bring you all the updates from across the country. It will bring you a live John Mahama voting in Bole and the results after voting from 4 p.m. This is Wezo TV special. Wezo TV, we go all out for you.
Alright, so many thanks for still staying with us here on Wezo TV. Remember, this is the special telecast of the NDC's presidential and parliamentary elections. And of course, we'll be heading straight to Bole Bamboi, where His Excellency John Dramani Mahama is billed to also cast his vote. We'll bring in some feed from that particular one. When we get the right feed, we'll join, and then we can have that one as well. But you have been... All right, so I understand we have the feed on the screens now. You can see the process ongoing. And of course, the man, many have actually touted to be the presumptive candidate. That's his constituency. He will have his turn to cast his vote. So really, like I said, that's the advantage. Somebody might not have that advantage to vote. And
I mean, we should make it a point where
once you're contesting, you vote.
You should.
Well, I don't know what the party says about that, though. So these are footages from Bole. You have been on some of the tours, and I know you to be, should I say, GM girl? What's it like? Why GM? Why should GM really come?
I posted on Facebook, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, that I started campaigning for him after the 2020 elections.
Why?
Because
even at that time, when he didn't
capable.
know he was going to contest?
He didn't have a choice.
Because
to me.
He didn't mention it. He didn't say it.
To me, he had no choice. I'm sure if he had decided not to, he would have seen me in his house.
Yeah.
I mean, when you step back and look at what the man has done over the time, I mean, he's just the man. He's just the person for Ghana. Somebody who means well for us. Somebody who would decide that, okay, let me take someone who decide that, let me take commercial flights. And the other who decide that I'm going to rent one with the money we don't have. Definitely. I mean, GM is just the man.
Great. So on the screens, you have the voting process ongoing smoothly. People taking their turns. And one thing we should also pay attention to is the fact that the seating arrangements. Bismarck in Ho Central mentioned that I mean, arrangement has been made or provision has been made for people to sit in queues. I mean, to make it easy for people to go through the processes. But I'm looking at how easy it was for the EC.
In a short time to organize this.
Because up until Wednesday, they declared that they were not going to partake in or supervise the elections. And even you listen to them, they tell you that they've not had the voter register. So I asked Alex Segbefia yesterday how easy it was going to be for them. But, well, let's see.
I mean, I think they were basing all those things on the injunction. Yeah, that was their basis.
But you know, I saw another notification last night. There was
that Dufour has withdrawn from the
No. There was another injunction. I don't know if
there was another one.
Yeah, I saw one, but I don't want to believe it was just for the gimmicks.
I'm sure people just want to disturb the system. I mean, who else will bring what?
So this one was actually from an individual. I think one guy in this league also. We can ascertain that.
Even with Dufour's own, when you analyze everything, you'd realize that he didn't really have any
case.
Because if a party decides that, okay, now I'm going to add pictures to the names, I have decided to add pictures. I have not done that yet. I have list of people. I have given you the list, and then you say you don't have the one with the pictures. I said I have decided to do. I have not yet done that.
No,
I have not.
Promised.
Has it been done? Has it been given to anybody else?
My argument has always been this: every meeting has minutes. You can't say this particular meeting was just, I mean, it was just a proposal. When you make comments, you don't say it's just a proposal.
But I said I would do it.
Yeah.
But I didn't say I was going to give you that, did I?
So
or even if I said I was going to give you.
To give some.
Who had?
No, I mean, you made provisions.
No, but I don't think anybody got. I don't think anybody got
the photo album.
A photo album. I don't think anybody
Why
did.
did you make the proposal?
No, because you think that would be the right thing, so that if people don't come with their cards,
before you make the promise.
If people don't come with their cards, they can vote. But I have given you, the list. But if let's say JM had the photo album and he didn't have it, that's the case. But in this case, nobody had it.
No, you promised me.
That I was going to get it. Did I give you timeline?
No, but before the election.
Before.
Definitely, the photo album should come before the election.
And he should before the elections. I mean, there were still days before then.
Well,
I still think he just wanted to disturb the system. I mean, yes.
You also believe that there was an external hand in this whole thing?
Whether external or not external, I think he just wanted to disturb the system. If he would allow himself to be used by an external force, then that is serious. I mean, why would you do that?
But he has saved the party from further embarrassment.
What embarrassment?
He has withdrawn. I mean, he has taken the case
out of court. I mean, yes.
And then also finally decided.
We shouldn't even have gotten there. He shouldn't have even contested in the first place.
I keep asking, does the party have any mechanism where such issues should be sent for quick address before
But did he do that? Did he try taking it up to them before going to court?
That I can't really tell. But I think that what then has...
If he did, it should be in the news.
The Council of Elders. Because I think at the tail end, the latter parts, they tried engaging him, and then the response was that the case was already in court. There was no need going forward.
That is what I'm saying, that he should have approached them first. And then I'm sure they would have explained to him, and he wouldn't even have to go to court. But I'm sure he just wanted to go to court.
For me, I think that going forward, I don't know, that's your party. Going forward, they should have clear days before the election for such cases to be addressed.
No, but did he even bring any case to the party? If you have an issue with me, you bring it to me. Okay, if you want us to solve the issue, you bring it and say, okay, you did A, B, C. I want us to solve it. But if you don't bring it to my notice and you decide to go to court, then it means you don't want us to address it. You just want to go to court. You don't want us to.
How do you go to court if you don't have a case?
Oh, I'm sure he thought he had a case. And then he realized he didn't have one.
Carefully, he stated quite a number of reliefs that
he could have come to the party, so they talk about it. Oh, I have this issue, that issue, that issue. If it is not addressed, then he can go to court. But he didn't bring anything to anybody, and he just goes to court. It means you just wanted to go to court. You just feel, okay, going to court would be ideal instead of addressing it with the party.
Great. All right, so let's go back onto the phone lines once again and speak to one of our reporters on the grounds. Good morning, if you can hear me. Thanks for joining us on Wezo TV. Okay. again, I think the challenge is on. I can't hear what Kojo is actually saying, but we'll try back and then re-establish contact with him so we can know exactly what is happening far away in the other constituencies. But of course, if you are watching us via any of our digital platforms, drop your comments. Tell us, let us know where you are watching us from. Let us know how your constituency is gearing up for the election, how people are turning up for the election. What are the people saying? Be our reporter on the grounds. Let us know what exactly the people are saying this morning with regards to the elections. Kojo from Kwabre is our reporter. Good morning, Kojo.
Morning, my brother.
Great. Tell us what's happening in Kwabre.
Very well. Yeah, I'm calling from Kwabre East. Kwabre East. Kojo. This is Kojo. Kwabre East. Hello? Hello?
Okay. So Kojo, I'm sorry, but I still can't hear what Kojo is saying. It happens at times, technical challenges, it happens at times. But like I said earlier, I mean, if you're watching us via any of our digital platforms, drop your comments and let us know where you are watching us from and what exactly the situation is like in your area, in your constituency. What exactly are the people saying? Where it looks quite interesting, let us know about it as well. Who do you think leads the party into the 2024 general elections as far as the parliamentary and presidential? After the presidential, it looks as if it is quite a done deal. But, Bridget, the concern is that the percentage, can TM get the 99.9%?
So we went to one constituency and then the chairman said some people might fall sick that day and some might travel or something might happen in your unforeseen circumstance where somebody will be out. That is when we'll get 99. But if not, we are getting 100%. And I'm in for it. I mean, for me, I don't even know. Nobody's getting sick. And nothing is happening to anybody. So we are going to get...
Traffic could delay somebody from and prevent the person from...
When the person leaves home at 5, above 5, the person will get there and then they'll vote.
Anyway,
hopefully.
So that's it. I mean, with the percentage-wise, 99%, that should be achievable by JM.
100%.
Would you be disappointed if he doesn't get that nod?
Then probably somebody actually had a runny stomach or somebody got sick or something happened. Maybe something happened. That is why.
Great. Now let's look at, let me take you through some other things that you need to know with regards to this election. Look at the close contest in this particular constituencies, for instance. And I'll run you through that. You go to Takwa and Saem, they have John Justice Abai. So we're doing a comparison between the NDC and then the MPP. So you know what these particular constituencies mean to the NDC as well. So John Justice Abai polled a total 31,845 votes. And then George Miriku Duka, he won in that race in 2020 by some 31,946 votes. And you had some other people who contested as independent candidates as well. But move to Sefi. We are where you have Paul Evans Edu, 28,947 votes. So you know, I mean, I'm giving you all of these statistics so you know how this seat means a lot to the NDC and what they are doing about getting it much better or improved ahead of the 2024 election. So Paul Evans Edu contested against Dr. Kweku Afriye. Interesting, but you know Dr. Afriye won in that contest. I mean, Fee West, for instance, Eric Afu had 30,986 votes against Abraham Kofi Asante of the NPP, where Eric won that seat in 2024. The NDC. Bridget, you following that as well?
Yeah.
Great. So you go to Jaboso, for instance, where you have Kwabena Minta Akando, and no two ways about it. Such a person should just be shielded. I mean, give him some shield, give him some protection.
I'm sure the delegates will do that for us
by giving him an overwhelming 90%.
Yeah, I'm sure they will do that.
Great. So he won that seat. Jaboso 22,304 votes. Martha Menu was the one who contested for on the ticket of the MPP in 2020. Now, take a look at this. Best results for the NDC since 1992. So, it means a lot to the NDC in this particular area, Esikado Time constituency. Dr. Grace Ayensu had 24,527 votes. She actually contested Jogate in 2020 as well. It's actually a seat for the NPP.
She's going to win
this time around when she goes through to the general election. Because you look at the difference, 24,000, 26,000, about 1,000 something difference. So it's very possible for her to. Now the issue here is that has been the best result for the NDC since 1992. So it means you are getting closer and closer.
And I'm happy it's a woman doing that.
Yeah,
for us.
The power of a woman.
You know, we don't show up, but when we show up big. When we show up big.
You do it one time.
Big time.
No time to delay.
She's going to win it this time.
Look at Ablekuma West, for instance. Kweku Ado had 37,603. And then Esla Usu also in that race. Well, interesting. Now move to Abuakwa North. Charles Ibwa Dako. He polled 15,551. So, Bridges, you do the analysis well. It's not too much of a wide margin. The difference is where the NDC lost their seats in the general election. It wasn't with much or wide margin at all. Quite close. You got 15,000 up against 17,000. Not too big a difference. Now, Akwetia, Henry Yadon Boachi had 19,899 votes, as against Nesikumi, who had 18,742 votes. SUTV North, he had Ebenezer Kweku Ado up against Bano Patrick, and then Ebenezer polled 16,546 votes for the NDC. Boku Central, no two ways about that. Mahama Ayariga garnered 25,490 votes, and then Agba Nina Gabiana Abugri for the MPP had 23,166 votes. So no surprises at all. Mahama Ayariga is still seeking re-election in that constituency. Bia East, Richard Achampong had 12,913. So all of these figures are results of the 2020 general elections, what the candidate had for the NDC. We're just comparing that to the MPP, so you can know what really these seats mean to the NDC. Bridges mentioned that this time around they will win. She was specific with Dr. Grace Ayensu's constituency, that's Sikado Ketan constituency. Now move to Binduri constituency. You have Robert Baba, who had some 14,562 votes. Close margin.
Very close one.
Yeah, very close. Very close. Because Abanga Abdullah had 15,016 votes. So it was very close in that race in 2020. Samson Ahi for Bodi constituency had 13,621 against Ignatius Amankwa of the MPP, 11,073 votes. There was an independent candidate as well. Now you go to Busa South, Dr. Clement Apak, 7,451 votes against Daniel Gariba, who had 5,000.
You know, this body, if we can trace where this independent candidate is coming from, with his 3,000.
So that's it. I mean,
it will add some margin. Yeah, it will add some margin to either of them if we know where exactly he is coming from.
So you look at it, it looks as if some split of votes went to the independent candidates. So he deprived the.
So if it should be coming from the MPP, it would have caused some. Yeah, if it should come into us, they would.
So that should be a cause of worry to the NDC, right?
That is if it's not from us.
No, but how do you know? So that's what I'm saying. The NDC should dig deeper, find out who these independent candidates are. Why are they going? I mean, you know, some people out of the bad taste, the disappointment they had from Sally, they decided to just go against the party. Even in the MPP, remember the decider in Parliament currently, he was asked
hopefully we won't
have
that.
And he decided to.
Hopefully the NDC won't have that.
We pray so. Cape Coast Central, Kwamina Minta Nyaku, he had 22,972. Barbara Ayisi 21,642. We'll continue with this one, but I want us to take a look at Professor Joshua Alabi, one of the leadsmen of the JM campaign. Let's watch him quickly, and then we'll get back in studio.
Daddy, you bet me your media friends are here. All the questions you want to ask me, ask my boss. Yeah, Charlie, move my own space. Daddy, no problem. Let's give ourselves space. So far, in the election, a lot of things happened. And Sana, yesterday you were in court. And Sana, how far with the preparation in NDC?
So far, every organization will challenge. Sana, organization, will challenge. NHS organization, challenges. On all the challenges, now you can say, yes, sir. We are possible.
Okay, you were the one champion for the comeback of our ex-president. We saw for many observations. Who said agenda? Is it going to be achievable? Has been selected as flag bearer for the party.
His President John Mama, he will be the president of the Republic. That is said it.
Two presidential aspirants, 55,862 parliamentary aspirants, a total of 356,624 delegates will be voting as the NDC decides on Saturday, May 13, 2023. The Vote to Election 2024, Wezo TV will bring you all the updates from across the country. It will bring you a live John Mahama voting in Bole and the results after voting from 4 p.m. This is Wezo TV special. Wezo TV, we go all out for you. Two presidential aspirants, 55,862 parliamentary aspirants, a total of 356,624 delegates will be voting as the NDC decides on Saturday, May 13, 2023. The Vote to Election 2024, Wezo TV will bring you all the updates from across the country. It will bring you a live John Mahama voting in Bole and the results after voting from 4 p.m. This is Wezo TV special. Wezo TV, we go all out for you.
So earlier you saw Professor Joshua Alabi also taking his turn to vote. Obviously, you know where that vote is going. But let's get back onto the phones again. This time let's go to Kroa constituency. Ni is our reporter there. Ni, good morning. How are you, my brother? Great. How is Kroa constituency this morning? And exactly where are you?
Actually, right now I'm at Kroa, and the voting is currently ongoing. We are voting at St. Francis JHS School. Voting starts here around 6 a.m. and probably voting will end 4 p.m. as scheduled. As of now, we are expecting about 2,000 plus voters, 2,212 voters to vote here, including delegates, former MMPs, and former MPs and Council of Elders. But actually, voting is going on currently, and it's very peaceful here. We have no issue. The security services are on point. They are checking everything. So if you come to Kowo here, I think we don't have any problem here. Everything is going on schedule.
Great.
Now, how many people are in the race?
We have we have 4 contestants, including the current MP. It is 5 now. And the current MP is Honorable Dr. Agnes Lati, is the MP, the incumbent. And we have we have now Koflu Aputi Sokas, and we have Engineer Ni Paku Ado. We have Dr. Maniskin and Daniel Alabi. So they are 5 contesting the parliamentary seat here as PC.
Now, what exactly
have
the
the delegates been saying?
Is there a name that keeps
popping
from
the
list of all of this? Delegates.
What I've been hearing from morning up to now, they are all saying that because of Honorable Agnes Mulati is the current MP and is working under the opposition, they want to give him the second chance so that he will be able to work with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, 7th of January 2025. Most of them are yearning for the second coming of Honorable Dr. Agnes Mulati. That is what is going on at the ground now. But in voting, anything can happen. But I can say that about 80 to 85% here they are claiming that they want to go for the second term.
I'm grateful. We'll get back to you when there is a new development.
The General Secretary of the Constituency around, so if you have any questions for him.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hello, thanks. Thanks for joining us. If I can just engage him briefly.
Okay. I am here with Engineer Pokwe, he's the Secretary of Kowo Constituency. So I want him to give us a run-up of what is going on here.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, hello, good afternoon.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us.
Paul Afotepe, Kowo NDC Constituency Secretary.
Great.
How has it been
the
so
process?
far? How is the process?
EC, I can say, reported here on time. By 5:40, the EC officials were here together with polling agents and the Constituency Elections Committee. And so the process commenced at 7 a.m. as prescribed. As I speak with you, we have around 800 people who have cast their ballots out of an expected number of 2,130 delegates. So that's the situation so far.
Great. I'm grateful. Thank you so much. We'd have to leave it there. I'm grateful. All right. So there you had the report from Kowo constituency where Honorable Namumu is in that particular race. Ni giving us the updates, and that's where exactly one of the elite members of the JM campaign has also cast his vote, and of course Professor Joshua Alabi. You saw that in a shot. Of course, let's try and see if we can head back to Bole for that particular footage. But you have been sending your messages as well. Like I said earlier, keep sending them. Tell us where you are, your constituency, and of course what to expect. What are the views of the many delegates in that particular constituency? And so at the headquarters, something interesting is happening. So voting actually started at 9 a.m. Where they had 167 delegates on the register. They were actually expected to vote at the national headquarters. So that's just by way of an information. So far, that was a few minutes ago, 28 delegates out of the 167 voted. I'm sure by now some more have added to it. Categories of voters, you look at it. The people who are supposed to vote at the headquarters, you have the National Council of Elders, National Executives, and then also former national executives. You also have delegates from the various foreign chapters, that is Germany, USA, South Africa, and Belgium. So the diaspora, they are back in the country to vote as well. And so what would have happened if the election had gotten postponed, Bridget?
I don't think it would have gotten there.
That was one of the requirements. Demands from Dufo. And if the EC had not prepared.
I made a post.
Okay, so I'm sorry. On the screens now you have His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Casting his vote in Bole, Bamboy, and of course, he is the presumptive candidate. Yeah. So but the 2024 elections is yet to be done. You wish. All right, so that's the man of the moment, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And now, someone will be asking, who is he going to vote for?
No, for the presidential.
Yeah, most definitely for him.
But I'm actually wondering.
He has a voice, right? So definitely he will surely go in for who he believes will work. He keeps talking about experience and not experiments.
So you think he will go for experience?
If he lives by his own words, don't you think so?
No,
but you see, that's why I say that the experience. What exactly is the experience? Is it just about the number of years, the longevity?
You can be there for years and know nothing. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So we are talking about him, and he has been there. He knows his work. This tagline is for him, not anybody else. If somebody adopts it and the person is not capable,
that's different. Because I see people who are actually contesting for the first time using the same phrase.
Maybe they have experience in some other field or something, and they think they can bring that same experience.
Okay. Bridget believes that you can be in there for 100 years
and not having the experience.
There are people who are, age.
Quite a number of them.
Yeah. Name one. Should I give you an example?
I can't be peace.
I have one particular one that, when I close my eyes and I open my eyes.
You see him? Oh, it's a hair.
It's a he.
Okay.
He has a K and
I can't be
an
peace.
H. There is a T too.
I can't be in peace.
Okay.
I still don't know what.
But you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what he's still doing there. I don't know. Sometimes when I might end up. Sometimes when you stay there for so long, you think you have the experience. You think you have the experience before you realize things keep changing, trends keep changing, new things keep coming up, and you're still using our cake methodologies and stuff. It won't work.
And bring in somebody else.
Delegates will decide.
Okay. So on I want us to hear from our viewers as well. We appreciate them for always logging onto Wazor TV. Edem Tassin sent in one. He says, my constituency is Ketunov, but I'm currently in Ho Central. In Ketunov, I just want the best for Dr. Agumenu and Edem Agbana to win. Any of them can do the job. But how possible? You see what I said? That people are indecisive. People have not decided yet as to who.
That is not a delegation.
Transmission system, so that we're ready for the D-Day camp December 2024.
One of the main step down yesterday. Does that change your prediction in terms of the percentage?
No, we are expected to win by a landslide already, and I think that his withdrawal at the last minute does not change anything, because I just voted. His face is on the ballot paper, and there are many delegates who don't even know he's withdrawn, and so there's not. As long as they're winning. Purchase, and we have been even any issues that we have had with the process, we've all been able to approach the national executive, and they've listened to us and tried to correct what the problem was. The problem with this one was they waited till the last 3 days to the elections and then decided to file an injunction on the process, and then later withdrew the injunction and then withdrew from the contest. It made it very difficult to deal with some of the issues they were raising at that time. And so I think that that's where the problem is. But I mean, these things happen, and we just look forward.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you. Thank you.
Excellent.
Alex, oh, I waved them already. That's all. Let's go.
In there, he is done addressing the press, and in your shot you can see quite a number of people who are around him. I just spotted Joyce Bauer and a few others who are with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Too many people around him. He has charisma.
He is
that's the kind of, I mean...
Who doesn't love him? I'm sure even if you go for doing people, everybody loves him.
You sure everybody loves him?
I'm sure they do. They just can't say it.
All right, so I think...
Of candidates are going forward.
I do not think that
Joyce is saying. Voters or delegates who are in queue waiting for their turn to cast their vote. It's midday already. It's 12, and gradually. By now, somebody is having some pressure, right? Some not necessarily. I mean, some will just like
Candidate. We're looking forward to the returning officer declaring him the outright winner. All of the predictions that he's actually the forerunner. I love the graphic headline in particular, which says John Mahama was in pole position to lead the NDC into the 2024 elections. It's been a very long journey, 3 months on the road from one constituency to the other. The campaign team has done a great job. The flag bearer has literally led this team in a very dynamic way, making all the comments, adding his knowledge, literally managing the campaign as I've never seen before. Indeed, this morning, let me express our profound gratitude to the many supporters of our party, the National Democratic Congress, across this country. Our friends, the rank and file, the delegates, expecting today to do the needful to ensure that John Dramani Mahama is returned as flag bearer of the NDC. It has not been an easy journey, and I believe that Professor Joshua Labi will have a story to tell. He has been the convener of the John Mahama 2024 campaign. He has been part of the strategy, part of the project 2024. Indeed, there are many others. The media houses that followed us all the weeks, the reporters, the bloggers, you name it. It's been an awesome adventure. You know, it's always great to go around the country with these campaigns. First and foremost, because you want to engage with the rank and file of the party, you want to energize the party. Indeed, we started in the Volta region, where John Dramani Mahama actually launched his campaign and his bid to lead the party into the 2024 elections. He set off by actually setting up a theme, a very beautiful theme, about the sort of Ghana we all want to see. Build the Ghana we want together. I believe that actually set the tone for the successful prosecution of this particular campaign. Many people bought into this idea. It resonated with a lot of people. He spoke largely about all things that matter, not just the good people of Ghana, but of course to our delegates and the party as a whole. He spoke to matters to do with party welfare. Very crucial, very critical. Remember that we've had complaints since 2012 about campaign logistics, campaign funds, the inability of our delegates and party officials to access some of these logistics and the challenges to do with party transportation and allocations of same. I believe that in all the conversations John Dramani Mahama has been having, he has worked very hard to address some of these very pertinent issues that affect the party and members of the party. It appears that everybody agrees there's a need to shift the party to a very positive note where we are advocating for empowerment of our women folk. We are looking at actually a welfare system for the party to generate resources to support the activities of the party. He's actually visiting the subject of party offices in each of the constituencies around the county, especially for those who do not have permanent buildings and are currently renting offices and what have you. This will save the party some good resources that can be applied to other things. He spoke also about employment opportunities, specifically for wards of people who serve this party across the country. He spoke also about training for and education for members of our party who can go to the party institute, where they can go and learn about the social democratic principles of this party, where they can get an education for those who are willing and available so to do. We also intend that we will take a huge interest in our party communications across the country, because these are actually the public relations faces of our party. We need to train them. We need to be sure that they market the party in ways that they have never done before. He has also introduced a reward system for everybody, each constituency, depending on the number of voters you bring. So he encouraged them to go out there and canvass for votes competitively, and hoping that whoever brings in the most number of votes will be eligible for this huge reward. It has not been an easy journey to travel some of these journeys. We've seen some of the roads were abandoned as infinite office. We've seen projects, the university campuses, buildings, roads, name it, across the country. John Mahama has promised one thing: that on assumption of office, he will endeavor to complete in real time and institute all of these abandoned projects, because these are projects that help the development agenda of our country. He's spoken about the National Health Insurance Scheme. It is one of the things that touches the nerve center of our people. A healthy people is also a healthy nation. So he intends to find ways and to engage any experts who are available. Try as much as possible to build a sustainable national health insurance scheme. Because remember, it's a scheme that affects largely our most vulnerable. And recently he actually criticized our health minister, who expressed enormous exasperation for his own inability to access attention or medical attention under the National Health Insurance Scheme. Funny enough, we were wondering how the person who actually the supervising authority over the National Health Insurance, can he himself be mourning his inability to access it? We've heard about the arrears, the refusal to pay suppliers to the National Health Insurance.
Two presidential aspirants, 55,862 parliamentary aspirants, a total of 356,624 delegates will be voting as the NDC decides on Saturday, May 13, 2023. The vote to election 2024. Wezo TV will bring you all the updates from across the country. It will bring you a live John Mahama voting in Bole and the results after voting from 4 p.m. This is Wezo TV special. Wezo TV, we go all out for you.
Vindicated, to feel that Ghanaians are all at Eden. John Dramani Mahama is a man who knows his grief, a man who understands his country, a man whose tolerance has now been appreciated. Each Ghanaian, especially persons within the media, a man whose level of integrity is unparalleled, a man who admits that it wasn't as if it was all ruled under the National Democratic Congress when we were in office. But one thing I can say for sure is that whatever little national cake the country had was being shared equitably amongst the good people of Ghana.
So last question, we know His Excellency Dramani Mahama wins. What next? What is the next for the main?
Yesterday I told His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I said that I want us to carry on with the momentum from here. That there will be no rest, there will be no break. We must immediately start the campaign to secure each and every vote that is available for the NDC and for John Dramani Mahama. That's what we ought to do. This is a man who is going to roll out his sleeves, who knows that there is no time to play, no time to joke. who knows that concerning the challenges that we are all experiencing, the hardship, the poverty, the sorts of difficulties we are experiencing, requires a man who should hit the road immediately running. In terms of other contenders, I wish them well in their future endeavors. It's unfortunate, it's regrettable, the sorts of things that were said, the insults, especially because we are in a family context. I have always maintained that looking at the stature of John Dramani Mahama, each time we have these contests, we ought to emulate the example of the man Gideon. And I told him yesterday, I said, boss, it's your stoicism, your fortitude in the face of all these provocations and unwarranted attacks gives me enormous room for hope that all of us who serve you can learn one thing or the other on how to manage these things as we go along. There can be nobody with the level of tolerance of John Dramani Mahama, his level of patience, fortitude. The best part is that he appreciates the context and welcome in democracy. He is wide open to this contest. But I hope that we will continue to preach against loose talk, insults, because they will never help us to rebuild the Ghana that we want. What we need now is unity. We need a concerted effort. We need to bring all the experts we have on board. We need to work out ways in which one, and I think he vowed to help fight corruption to the best of his abilities. If we can reduce the levels of corruption in this country, my brother, I'm very, very sure that he will address a lot of the challenges that we have. In terms of his morality, he will definitely be running a leader government. He will be reviewing the whole subject of ex-gratia and who gets what. He will also be looking at all the conditions that currently do not help, because there are many things that the executive benefits from. And this is another conversation that will be taken to the good people of Ghana. He has promised so to look at the constitutional amendment process all over again. And this is a matter that is very close to his heart. I have heard a lot of things that people have said and done, but I do know that there is a certain commitment even on the parts of the citizens that something will be done to curb executive power. Because only then can we be able as a people to build Ghana we want by at least participating fully or actively, especially look at some of the policies and decisions that have failed under President Akufo-Addo. We expect that the next NDC administration will be running the government for the people, by the people, and one that is working for the good people of Ghana. Thank you. Thank you.
Presidential aspirants, 55,862 parliamentary aspirants. A total of 356,624 delegates will be voting as the NDC decides on Saturday, May 13, 2023. The Vote to Election 2024. Wezo TV will bring you all the updates from across the country. It will bring you a live John Mahama voting in Bole and the results after voting from 4 p.m. This is Wezo TV special. Wezo TV, we go all out for you. Two presidential aspirants, 55,862 parliamentary aspirants. A total of 356,624 delegates will be voting as the NDC decides on Saturday, May 13, 2023. The Vote to Election 2024. Wezo TV will bring you all the updates from across the country. It will bring you a live John Mahama voting in Bole and the results after voting from 4 p.m. This is Wezo TV special. Wezo TV, we go all out for you.
All right, so thanks for still staying with us. Earlier we were far away in Bole, Bamboy, where His Excellency John Dramani Mahama took his turn to cast his vote. And then we also saw his special aide, Joyce Bauer, also addressing the media in that. I think we would have to wrap up for the first segment. We'll come back later as well, and then eventually have the third round after 5 p.m. where we'll come back and then start to talk about. Do we have to tease people? My money, your money, me. I'm more concerned about the money. I'm more concerned about the cover, the money. If at the end of the day you spend huge, you have been in it before, so you know how much
goes into
money
election.
goes into this. Then where do you even recoup it from?
As I said earlier, it's election.
For loans.
Yes, they do. Quite a number of people.
Like, what kind of investment is this?
One that you can win or lose.
Lotto is better. Super bet, soccer bet is better.
Man is better.
No, it's better, Bridget. The issue of getting your returns back is okay. It's 50-50.
This is 50-50 as well.
People know so well that they won't win.
No, so that's why I said earlier that there are people who are going into elections not to win. There are some that are not going to win.
So why do you invest such?
So if you look at their investment, if you measure their investment, you realize that they are not really pumping so much money into it. They just bought their form and then they just give some delegates some small. It's huge, but you see the prospects, what they are looking for, they have to do it.
Look at Dufour.
Well, as for him, his case is different.
It's in a different
His case is different. I mean, he has so much money and
but small things can do. Like, I mean, it's elections.
You don't do that. Don't be cruel. People are losing investments and you want to. No, but I'll be happy for all those who win and those who want to win. Better luck next time. It's not going to be. I have
friends in the race though.
We all do have friends.
Yeah.
And admirers and all that.
I'll wish all of them win.
Not Day, Franca and Jocelyn.
Exactly. Not dying.
Not dying. I mean that's one of the concerts I'm looking forward to.
Your friends?
Want to. That's all of them, yeah. So I'm not talking about them.
No, they are they friends?
No, I don't know
about that. But they are your friends.
They are people I admire. They are people I like. Franca, my friend on social media.
Is new.
Yeah, it's her first time. I'm really looking forward to see who will win.
I am, like you said, I'm happy the new faces, especially the women. I think there is one other contest too.
There's a woman.
Yeah.
Is it Linda Adenta?
Okay, yes. She's also a very young lady. Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful.
But what do you make of that? Is she in the race?
They are all in the race.
No, when I say in the race, you understand now.
They are all in the race. Everybody who paid form and went through vetting.
There is one name, the second who get closer, and then the third.
And the three are in the race. We just need to see who would win by 5 p.m. No, you want me to say what? That she's going to win or Ramadan is going to win, or I'm not in Adenta, so I can't tell.
Okay, so that's Sisala East on the screens. Sisala East.
I must say, I like the way it's well organized. Everybody
very, that's what I'm saying.
Peaceful.
Yeah.
The issue should.
You don't even need a security man to be here at all.
Yeah, I mean.
I hope nobody chews the ballot papers.
I don't think it's going to happen.
Oh, it's very possible.
Not in the NDC.
See, Bridget,
not in
things
the
are possible.
Not in
See,
the NDC.
Presidents, once you set it, somebody else will want to do it.
In another party.
But I'm saying that somebody might be tempted to just run away with this thing.
Not NDC. we are not treating like that. Unless somebody has done that before.
Charlie,
I like
you know you are losing.
To
distort everything, chew the ballot paper.
No, but now you can't tell. You can't tell if you're winning or losing. Maybe unless they start counting.
No, so for now you don't have to do anything. Wait, when it gets to 5 p.m. When
it's all he said and you realize that you are losing your investment.
Pick the amount you can.
But actually, I cry for the investors. I mean, those financiers, those who are pushing their money into some of this.
What is in there?
Mostly when their candidates win, I mean, they get to get some contracts and make some decisions. That's what I'm telling you, that they get to make some decisions.
Contracts,
and they get contracts and those stuff. So people are investing their money.
Okay, so Bridget, we should wind up. Maybe your final words for this segment. But before then, let me go over this quickly. Then we can just wrap it up. For the data you need to know, in all, a total of 356,624 delegates are expected to vote. 739 aspirants, they are contesting the parliamentary primaries across the country. And then also presidential elections shall take place, or is actually taking place, in 275 constituencies plus party headquarters. I brought you an update on what's happening in the national headquarters as well. Parliamentary elections are taking place in 259 areas. No election in 16 constituencies as well. 44 MPs going unopposed. We brought you some of their faces and then the various constituencies. I also updated you on the Menchia South constituency in the Ashanti region. They are only voting as far as the presidential slot is concerned. So basically, that is a bit of information you need to know. And then, Bridget, finally,
finally to everybody watching and listening to us, I'd encourage you all to vote for someone that can do the job, someone who knows road, someone who has experience. I mean, when it comes to presidential, someone who has experience and can win 2024 for us to rescue Ghana from the hands of the MPP. I am all for JM, and he's going to win.
Most definitely, I mean.
I love the sound of that. Most definitely. So you're with me. JM is winning.
I'm not a delegate, but I have a view. I can.
And I love your view that JM is winning. That's what you just said. JM is winning. So to the JM team, we are winning.
Number 1, right? Numero uno. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for staying with us. We'll take a break. Come back later to continue the show. This is Wezo TV's special coverage of the NDC's presidential and parliamentary elections. Stay with us throughout. We've got you covered. My name is Randy Aji, and I'll be here with Bridget Boni, a youth activist and a member of the NDC's communication team. She's a member of the NDC.
Thank you, Randy.
Hopefully she won for the primaries.
Someday it would happen.
By then I'll be a very
God bless you. I hope you'll be the ones that I'll be calling and you will pick up.
I'll pick up.
And then the line will just go, and then you even ring. That one is so heartbreaking.
Let's see you after the break. Bye-bye.